Eagles. Eagles.
Welcome in, everybody. It's Super Bowl week here on Birds 365. Welcome into Birds 365, a Monday edition of the show. The narratives are set. The hype is real, Johnny Mac, and the pressure is on. Let's cut through the noise and get to what actually matters for this football game. Johnny Mac, how you doing on this Monday morning? Super Bowl week, brother. We made it.
Yeah, finally here. Boy, can't come soon enough. Yeah. I mean, it's obviously a great story for the Eagles, but yeah, boy, I wish it was not the extra week. I wish it was just a normal week, but you got to have the hype. You got to have the hoopla, as you know, AJ Brown says, it's for everyone else, really, than the players themselves. But we're getting closer. The countdown is here to the actual game, and going to be a good test, but I think the Eagles are in a good position to maybe stop one of the greatest dynasties in NFL history. So, I mean, I think they have a better team from top to bottom. Now you just got to go out and prove it.
No doubt about it. Johnny Mac, what I want to ask you your take on what are your storylines in this game that stick out to you? What narratives stick out to you? You know, for me, I probably have a different perspective than you, an objective reporter, and you know, obviously you cover most of that stuff. The rematch, 2 bowls in 3 years for the Birds. Can Jalen Hurts silence all the critics and get over the hump? Will the Eagles get their second Super Bowl in franchise history? What sticks out to you, though, Johnny Mac, narrative-wise, coming into this week?
Well, I think, you know, one of the ones we got to talk to Howie Roseman a little bit before he went down to New Orleans on Sunday. I think one is, you know, their chase of sort of what he called the standard, and that's the Kansas City Chiefs. And, you know, it's a little bit awkward for him because Andy Reid is his mentor, for those who don't know. He wouldn't be who he is without Andy Reid. And in a lot of ways, the Philadelphia Eagles wouldn't be who they are without Andy Reid. I say it all the time. Everything this organization does, almost everything can be traced back to the fingerprints of Andy Reid. Just the way they do business from a football perspective. So he's such a large presence over this organization in a good way. Everybody loves him. Howie loves him. Jeffrey loves him. You know, when you talk about it ending in a poor way, everybody's got a shelf life, but it was the most, you know, typically endings are not good. This one, you know, everybody's in the cafeteria giving him a standing ovation on his way out the door. It wasn't acrimonious in any way. And so his shadow over the organization is the big part. And then Patrick Mahomes. I mean, to me, I'm not going to say roots, but, you know, if the Eagles do win, we talk about Jalen Hurts liking to spike the football and Nick Sirianni liking to spike the football when the style points are there. This is a spike the football moment for Johnny Mac if they win, because this shit ain't about the quarterback versus the quarterback. There's more to it. And if you beat the greatest quarterback of the generation, you know, it kind of proves that point. And
that would be 2 Super Bowl wins, John, against arguably the 2 greatest quarterbacks in NFL history. Maybe.
And with all due respect, and you can call it disrespect, and I don't give a shit. With all due respect, Jalen Hurts is never going to be better than Tom Brady, and Jalen Hurts is never going to be better than Patrick Mahomes. But can the Philadelphia Eagles beat the New England Patriots on a given day in February? Right. They already did. Can they beat the Kansas City Chiefs? They almost did, and they might do it this time. And that's the point I try to make almost on a daily basis on this show. You know, ultimate team game. People pull it out when they want to pull it out. But it's about a team. It's not about an individual. So, you know, do they have Patrick Mahomes? Yes. Do they have the cheat code? Yes. Do they have a bigger margin of error because they have the cheat code? Yes. Doesn't mean you can't beat them. Doesn't mean he can't.
No, but do we have a better roster in 22? You know, sometimes, John, in the Super Bowl, that's at the exception of Nick Foles, most of the quarterbacks who have won Super Bowls in the last 10 years have been elite quarterbacks.
Well, most of the quarterbacks who've won, if
And
58 are elite quarterbacks. You know, and there's the rare occurrence. And by the way, Jalen Hurts, that's disrespect. Jalen Hurts isn't Nick Foles. Jalen Hurts isn't Jeff Hostetler. Jalen Hurts is a legitimate starting quarterback in this league. You know, but he's not as good as the best, which is not disrespect. So it's you know, and he's got to play well, and he played well in Super Bowl 57. And hopefully he can play well again. But there's a lot of ways he can win this football game. Saquon Barkley being the most notable, the offensive line, the foundation of this team. And they're just more gifted. They're more talented from top to bottom than the Kansas City Chiefs. They just are.
I agree. I don't really think it's even close if you come at it from that perspective either. I really don't think this Chiefs team has talent like the Eagles do. I mean, they got good players. I'm not saying they don't have good players. Obviously, it's the NFL and they're in the Super Bowl. Everybody's got good players. They're 17-1. But I just mean depth and overall talent. And there's no real weakness when it comes to this Eagles roster. Where's the weakness on the Eagles roster? I'm trying to find it. It's not on the offensive line. Tight end is a top 5 tight end. You got 2 top 10 wide receivers, and one of them's a top 3 wide receiver. You go to the defensive side, you got an all-pro linebacker. You got an all-pro defensive tackle. You got 2 solid edge rushers, one emerging into an all-pro level. I mean, your safety play's been really good, and your cornerback play's been really good. There's no hole there, John.
Yeah, I mean, it's one, and that's where Howie gets his flowers, and he should. And part of it is just things coming together. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. You know, if you think about Super Bowl 52, we always talk about Chris Long and Patrick Robinson and LeGarrette Blount and the trade for Jay Ajayi and all the one-year contracts coming up. This year, it's the draft picks: Quinyon Mitchell, Cooper DeJean, and Zach Bond.
Yeah.
A lot of talk about Zach Bond this weekend and the plan there, but you know, nobody thought he was going to be a first-team All-Pro. I could tell you that with 100% certainty.
He didn't even think he was making the Pro Bowl, John.
No, he didn't. Yeah, he didn't. He laughed at the incentive in his contract. Yeah, so you know, I always you know, people are going to like PFF because I was looking about it. I said, all right, team-wise, let's look at this because I was thinking about the Eagles are more talented. So they grade 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 categories. And overall, the Eagles are now number 1 throughout because of the playoffs. They continue to grade through the playoffs. So, and they should be. Kansas City's 5. Was still very good, top 5. But in those categories, 12. All right, offense overall, Eagles have the advantage. Passing game, Kansas City has the advantage. No surprise, Eagles haven't been a great passing team this year. Pass block, Eagles are better. Receiving, Eagles are better. Running game, Eagles are obviously better. Run block, Eagles are better. Obviously, defense, Eagles are better. Obviously, run defense, Eagles are better. Tackling, Kansas City gets the edge. Not a surprise. Eagles have been good at times, bad at other times. Pass rush, Eagles are better. Coverage, Eagles are better. Special teams, they give it the advantage to Kansas City. You know, so everybody's who's gonna shit on PFF is gonna all of a sudden like PFF.
Yeah,
they're a better football team. They're a more well-rounded football team.
One game though, John. Slager points out in the chat, Eagles were better last time too. Now, I think the Eagles are better this year than they were in 2020.
I think they were better last time too. I picked them to win last time. I thought they were the better team on the field, and you know they made some key mistakes. So he's 100% right. All it takes is one game. I'm by no means am I saying Kansas City can't beat this team. They can beat this team.
Yeah.
But I'm saying the Eagles have to take advantage of
the difference has to be the defense, John, this time around. I mean, I know Jalen had that turnover, but outside of that turnover, that was maybe probably the greatest game Jalen Hurts has ever played. And he put up 35 points. I mean, that offense moved the ball. That offense got into the end zone. That offense did what they needed to do. The defense is going to have to be the difference this year, in my opinion. You got to hold the Chiefs. You got to get some stops for your offense.
Well, the Chiefs are different too. I mean, I don't think you have to worry about it turning into a shootout.
Yeah, no, they haven't played any game.
They
like
don't.
that all
They
year.
don't play that way. They play a different way now. They, people go back and we always talk about the difference, how much turnover there is in the NFL for each season. Never mind 2 years ago. So I think people get way too caught up in that game versus this game. They're two completely different teams, and I think the personality of the game takes care of that sort of thought process of, oh, you can't give up 38 points. Well, yeah, they don't even play that way. Their high point is 30 points during the season.
Is that what their high was this year? Holy mackerel!
Yeah, they're a grinded out team now, which helps you in the fact that even if you're playing poorly, you're probably going to be in the game late, and then it comes into, maybe it's that relentless effort of Jalen Hurts. I always talk about making a big play down the stretch, or maybe make a mistake to lose it, but just the way they play. If they give up 38 points in this game, it's much worse than giving up 38 points in that game, if that makes sense. Much worse.
Right.
Because that team was far more capable of putting up points and being a little bit more dynamic. I'm trying to look it up. 30. They scored 30 against Tampa, and they scored 30 against Carolina. That's it. That's their high point offensively. So I don't think you have to worry about the shootout this time.
Which I think plays in the Eagles' favor in a big way.
Yeah, like I said, you're not getting blown out. The Chiefs could get blown out. You're talking worst case scenario.
Definitely get blown out.
You're talking about worst case scenario for both teams. The Chiefs could get blown out. The Eagles cannot get blown out. I firmly believe that.
I'm 100% with you. The Eagles are built to not be blown out. Now, the interesting part about what you laid out there, though, is the Chiefs are going to be in the same boat in terms of they're going to rely on their defense to make some plays, Johnny Mac. That offense, I mean, you just mentioned it, 30 points in the highs. That's not very high in the modern NFL to have 30 points. I mean, we wanted more 30-point games. We had more than they did, so they're going to rely on their defense, man. Spags is going to bring the pressure, and he's going to try and make Jalen Hurts make a mistake.
Yeah. Yeah, and Jalen Hurts hasn't made a mistake basically since, I don't know, 4 months. He's got one interception. Now, a lot of that is they play a conservative style. They play a risk-averse style. So in theory, they shouldn't, they're not going to be an explosive team either. However, they have Saquon Barkley, who turns running plays into explosive plays, which is very rare. Probably the first time since Derrick Henry did it too, so I shouldn't say that. But they have that ability to still keep the explosive play on the table in the running game. I mean, they're probably going to throw it 15 to 20 times, especially if things are going their way. Maybe 25 to 30 if things are not going their way. And then all bets are off. 30 would be very high for this team. Things are going poorly if they're throwing it 30 times probably. But yeah, I mean, the mystique there is not there for me with Spags. It is for Andy and Patrick.
Yeah, you don't like Spags at all.
It's not about not liking him. He's fine. He's fine. He's a good defensive coordinator. But people have this mystique because he coached here, and I'm like, where does this come from?
I don't think that's it, man. I think Spags creates pressure in moments in situational football to force mistakes, to put you in a tough spot. He is going to say to Jalen Hurts, I'm going to make you be exceptional. Not good, not great. I'm going to make you be exceptional. And if you don't on every third down, I'm going to make you give us the ball. I'm going to make you make a mistake. That's where I don't think you give Spags, the the credit. I think he's a
Right?
creative
He's
guy,
not.
man.
What he's going to do, and this is not creative. What he's going to do is sell out and send the house in big moments in the fourth quarter. That's it. That's not creative.
What's every quarterback's kryptonite, John?
Pressure up the middle.
Well, there you go. Spags is going to bring pressure.
No, pressure with 4 up the middle. That's every quarterback's kryptonite. Pressure with 4, not pressure with 6, 7. Look, every good defensive coordinator I've ever talked to has said, you're a dummy if you can get home with 4 and you're sending more than that. Because the goal is to get to create that pressure and still have the people on the back end to cover. Right. That's the kryptonite. Tom Brady against the New York Giants. But I get, and especially in this town, I get it. They love the blitz. So
look,
when you said
it's not creative to bring pressure, yes or no? He is more creative than other defensive coordinators with the way he blitzes. It's not just send 6, so it's a regular looking six man rush.
How many people do it? Is he more creative than Brian Flores? No fucking way. Is he more creative than Wink Martindale? No fucking way. So I mean, there are very few guys who sell out the way he does. Number one, especially in this era, because it's shifted more. And again, I've had this discussion all week with people who swear by Spagnuolo. And I'm like, my first defense of that, because I swear by Vic Fangio. And my first defense of that is, why does everybody fucking copy Vic then? Why isn't everybody copying Steve
I don't disagree
Spagnuolo?
with that, but I'm not analyzing that because we're not playing Vic. We're playing Spags. So
my point is the thought, and it's the same thing offensively with the creative nonsense. It's not creative to send one more player that's blocking. You're basically gambling. You're going up to the roulette table saying, all right, I'm going to get home before you can take advantage of this. And if you don't get home, you're probably screwed. Now, they have the advantage of having a player like Trent McDuffie, and you got to be, and that's on Jalen Hurts, to be honest. And we'll see how he handles it.
All right. Every time the Chiefs in this game blitz and they have a completely unblocked rusher coming right at Jalen Hurts, I want everybody in the chat to think of me, okay? Because they're going to get a lot of those moments, and Jalen Hurts
I don't even
is going to be forced to have a response, John.
I don't even think they are until there's but that's another thing. That ain't happening in the first quarter. He holds that stuff where he's great. I like the comparison. I made the comparison to Sugar Ray Leonard. I'm old, but I'm going to old school boxing fans.
There you go.
One of the great boxers of all time. Sugar Ray was also one of the smartest boxers of all time. Like, he would go in there later in his career when he started going up in weight because he kept getting these bigger fights, bigger paydays, but he had to go up in weight. Kind of lost his power advantage against obviously bigger guys. So, and they could wear on him. So what he'd do is the first 2, he was, probably the best defensive boxer of all time, at least until Floyd Mayweather. And nobody likes defensive boxers. You couldn't hit the guy, but that's not exciting.
Right.
So what he would do for the first 2.5 minutes of the round, he would just dance around. The guys couldn't touch him. And then for the final 30 seconds, he'd throw his flurries. And he was also probably the quickest guy ever. And he'd have these massive flurries. And people go, wow, what a round by Sugar Ray Leonard. He sat around and did nothing for 2.5 minutes. But that final 30 seconds, that's what's stuck in everybody's mind. That's what Steve does. Like, he's not coming.
Can't that be effective at times?
Sure, it's been tremendously effective. But I think it's overblown. Like, you're saying, well, Jalen Hurts better be ready. You don't have to be ready in the first quarter. At a big situation in the fourth quarter, yeah, he's got to be ready. Because that final 30 seconds,
right,
he's going to throw the flurries.
Yeah, you just saw the Chiefs advance.
Josh Allen, yeah. He threw the Sugar Ray Leonard flurry.
Yes, he did. There you go. That's what I'm tipping my hat to, John.
But you're saying first quarter, no, that doesn't go on. He's going to hold it, and he's going to sell out like a degenerate gambler in the fourth quarter. And if it works, he's going to be further lionized.
I don't know if I'd go degenerate gamblers. Degenerate gamblers don't.
By
end
the
up
way,
with
I
how
encourage
many Super
everybody.
Bowl rings?
I encourage everybody to go to Bet US too, to bet on the game.
There you go. Nice plug. All right, I want to welcome and thank everybody for being here this morning. Our opening segment, setting the stage. We'll give you an update on where the teams are. Both teams, Philadelphia Eagles and the Kansas City Chiefs, landed in New Orleans yesterday. All right, so the teams have made it safely. They are successfully in the building, or at least in the town. So good stuff there. Both teams have made it. I want to welcome and thank all of our great people for being here. Chuck Hutton, what's up, Chuck? Crowley, Flexen, Mint Diggity, Yale Roth's in here, James Jones, Twisted Jigga, Bombay, Jeff Martin. What's going on, everybody? If I missed you, I didn't mean to miss you, but I appreciate you for being here, Johnny Mac. Who has more pressure coming into this game? We talked about it a little bit last week, but we're 6 days out now, Johnny Mac. 6 days out. Who bears the burden of the most pressure? In my opinion, it's the Philadelphia Eagles, and Jalen Hurts and Nick Sirianni. Those are where I point when I think of pressure. But how do you see it? Pressure coming into this game?
I don't know if it's pressure, but yeah, I mean, the Chiefs, I mean, they've already won. So, I mean, what,
Yeah.
but believe me, from their standpoint, they just put pressure on themselves and want to win again and be the first team to ever win 3 consecutive Super Bowls. But certainly Nick Sirianni, what I talked about, has never won a Super Bowl. Jalen Hurts has never won a Super Bowl. So if they go in and lose another one, you're going to have that whole narrative. Oh, they can't win the big game. That narrative. So I guess to answer your question, from a fan perspective, they would look at it that way. Certainly the Eagles have, but I think the Chiefs would be crushed. You know, nobody else has done this.
Yeah, and they're probably, I mean, and let's be real, as much as I like the Chiefs, they're probably not going to have another opportunity at a three-peat ever again.
No. Can you imagine?
Yeah.
You know, if you lose this and then you go, oh, we'll get through, we got to start again and again. No. I mean, so I think the obvious answer is the Eagles, but I think the Chiefs have plenty of reasons why they want to win this game badly. And, Reed's legacy is safe. Mahomes' legacy is safe. So it's not even about legacy, but I mean, they just want to create history. And it's important to them. And it should be important to them. And the Eagles, obviously, I mean, Howie talked about it this week before he left. I mean, he said the Chiefs are in his head. That's the team.
Right.
Because they're the standard and the Eagles want to become the standard. But right now, the Chiefs are the standard.
Pretty impressive stuff there, John. Let's move into this week, man. And I think that kind of goes in with this pressure. That might not be specifically the same question, but certainly applies to every player who I think is a part of the festivities and everything that goes on this week. What's different about this week, John? You've been to many Super Bowls before. You'll be there again this year. Walk the people through, because I don't know if everybody understands the magnitude of how much shit goes on during this week. What's different about Super Bowl week for players, coaches, media, everything? You got the travel, the media, you mentioned what they do tonight with all the dumb questions and the distractions. Yeah. Obviously, Alshon Jeffrey's famous in this city for, his interview during that. But what's different about this week for these players?
Well, AJ said it best last week, and it's, it's for everyone else. It's not for the players. It's not for, obviously the game. It's for everyone else. You do have Super Bowl media night tonight. Will be, the circus-like atmosphere, all the international media, all the dumb, if you were a tree, what tree would you be questions. Then they have to meet the media Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday for, basically a block of an hour and 15 minutes. Right. And they got to go through the same thing, and everybody's got to be available, and the coaches got to be available. So you're pulled in 17 different directions. plus also you have to prepare for the game. The Eagles are training. The Eagles are practicing as the designated home team. They're practicing at the Saints facility.
Kellen Moore cozying up in his new home, baby.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'll get to that in a second. But
you think Nick's going to give him the head coach suite in advance?
Well, he'll get used to it. But and the Chiefs are practicing at Tulane. But so you're not at home. You're not. You're in a different environment the entire week when you're prepping. You have to do all that extra stuff around the typical practice. Yeah, it's just not normal. And then the game itself, you have the extended halftime show, so you have a larger. Nick Sirianni talked about that the first time. Maybe they didn't handle that well because you have this usual halftime sort of routine, and now you got this giant show going on. And it's an extra 15 minutes. And
yeah, it's normally 12, 15 minutes total. I know because I do the halftime show every single week. And
yeah,
this one might be 12, 15 minutes before they have the stage set up, for crying out loud.
So there's different aspects to the game that are different. The whole thing is just it's like football on steroids from a outside perspective. And then when you get on the field, that's the only normal parts. And then there's such a emphasis on, this is it, win or lose, everybody's going home after this game. But, the Chiefs are either historic or disappointed, and the Eagles either lost to the Chiefs for a second time and can't win the big game, or everything is copacetic for at least 3 years. I'm not making that mistake again.
Yeah, right. No doubt. We'll see how it all plays out. How much of that actually means anything, John, to the game, you think? I mean, I don't think it matters, but I do think there is an element of people that are players that maybe get caught up in it. What's the biggest mistake they might make leading up to the game? I don't worry about that with most of the Eagles players, especially because of the experience that they have from the Super Bowl in 22. That's what I think does help them. I know they're different teams and everything, but how much of it really matters coming into the game, or is it none of it, other than that it throws off your routine?
Well, throwing off your routine can be a bigger thing. Some people crave the big stage, and some people, shrink on the big stage. It's just the way it is. And that's usually a personal thing. But, we were talking about Timmy Smith, one of the great Super Bowl stories of all time. And a lot of people are saying, who's got the, because of Saquon, who's got the Super Bowl rushing record? I mean, of all the people in the Super Bowl, nobody knows who Timmy Smith was, and rightfully so, unless you're an old timer and were around when it happened. Came out of nowhere to rush for whatever it was, 204 yards, I think, for a Super Bowl record. And he's got like 600 rushing yards in his entire career.
Pretty crazy.
So you have those types of things that are rare. Nick Foles is better career, obviously, but you're one of the great Super Bowls of all time. Nick Foles. I mean, think about all the great quarterbacks that have been in Super Bowls. Some people grab that moment and just run with it. And others.
Do you see an unlikely player being a big difference in this game, whether it's on either team?
Well, I don't know about Kansas City because they've been there so much. But for the Eagles, no, probably not. I mean, who the stars are.
Remember back in 2017, we had rookie undrafted
Corey Clement,
man. I mean, and he didn't have one play. He had multiple. He had two big runs that got you down inside the red zone. He had the big catch in the back of the end zone. Like, he had an unbelievable Super Bowl.
Yeah, I don't know if he caught the one, but
the touchdown.
Yeah,
it's
funny. It's funny the way they were calling.
You kidding me, John? He caught that sucker.
Yeah, well, yeah. Eagles fans who think everybody's against them should remember that. Just the way they were calling it all that season. And by the way, I hated the rule. They were calling that incomplete all season. And then they kind of shifted at the last moment. So they got a break there. But
Kind of reminds me of the Devontae Smith catch in last Super Bowl. You remember that one down the sideline?
yeah.
I thought that should have been a catch.
But either way, I mean, they don't always are on the negative side of bang bang plays, and they got a little bit lucky from the way they were calling it that season, and they shifted late in the playoffs, so it wasn't just the Eagles. So I think they kind of figured out, this is coming up too much. We're bucking this up, and they changed it, and it worked out for the Eagles. But I digress, just to the point of the officials, which we'll get to, but even though I don't want to, and Kellen Moore as well. I don't want to hear the preordained excuses. They're the better football team. Go out and win the game. I don't want to hear after the game, oh, Kellen Moore, if they don't play as well offensively, he was unfocused.
It's one game. There's no excuses. I don't care if Jalen Hurts gets hurt in the first quarter. There's no excuses. Go out and win the game. You got 60 minutes.
I want to hear about referees' calls. Mahomes is going to try to take advantage of you. Be disciplined. Don't push him out of bounds when he stops and makes you push him out of bounds. Just lightly carry him out of bounds. Be disciplined. I don't want to hear those excuses. I don't want to hear the preordained excuses. You're the better football team, more talented football team. Go finish. But that's what people do. They set up these narratives so they can go, see, if they don't perform poor. If the Eagles lose this game, it will be on the players like it was last time. It will be on the players.
Good stuff there, John. John, let's give everybody an update on some of the stuff that transpired just at the end of last week. I know we had obviously Birds 365 on Friday. We did another football 24/7, both Friday evening and Saturday morning, or Saturday after the practice. Where are the Birds in terms of their health and coming into this game? And just any other updates that we have as they obviously took off for New Orleans yesterday. But how did it all wrap up last week of practice, and anything you know about the Chiefs as well, health-wise, coming into this game?
Yeah, both teams are pretty healthy from the standpoint of it. Yeah, again, and I use that. I hate to use that term because a bunch of guys aren't healthy, but they're healthy from the standpoint of guys are going to play.
Right, they're not out of the game. Yeah. Out of the game is not healthy in this circumstance.
And in the case with the Eagles, the two biggest ones are Cam Jurgens and Landon Dickerson, and they're both, they put out that estimated goofy injury report that if they had to play a game on Sunday, which they didn't, they would have played. So they would have played this Sunday, never mind next Sunday. So they're going to play. And the only player Kansas City listed was Sky Moore, who's, wide receiver. They listed him as doubtful, but, he's not a big part of what they do. So from that standpoint, everybody's going to play. It'll be interesting. I think the Eagles will activate Brandon Graham. I don't think he's going to play a ton, but, I think that's more of a psychological thing to get him back and what he means to the team and all that kind of stuff. But I don't think it's really going to affect the rotation much. He might get a handful of snaps, but it's still going to be Josh Sweat, Nolan Smith, Jalix Hunt getting the majority of the snaps. So as you can imagine, Super Bowl, nothing afterward, everybody's going to play. And Brandon, by the way, knows he's at risking re-tearing his triceps, and he wants to play.
There you go, baby. Shows you that BG will definitely be hanging him up this year. I think, at least. Maybe not, but I don't know if you weren't retired. Maybe you don't want to re-tear your triceps in February.
Well, there's a lot of things that go into that. One is, the Eagles. Sometimes you have to make difficult decisions. Obviously, I think he'd be willing to work with them on the money figure, but do they want to get younger? Howie was talking about that a lot, about the difference in his job versus, the coaches who are trying to win every week. He's got to think about the future. So there's a lot more that goes into that than just, but I know he was disappointed when he got hurt. Then he was thinking about, all right, because he had announced he was going to retire, obviously. And then he was thinking about changing his mind because he didn't want it to end that way. But if he can get back on the field in the Super Bowl and win it, yeah, he's going to retire, I would think. And Lane Johnson, that's the other big story, confirmed he's coming back, win or lose, which, not a surprise. He said he's going to play a couple more years. But when you win, that might change your thinking and say, you know what, let's go out on top. But he said he's coming back no matter what.
Yeah, win or lose. Lane Johnson has said he will return. So we will see Lane Johnson in an Eagles uniform next season. Great stuff there. John, just the last update for the people, though, on some of that stuff, because I think it broke Friday, I think, is when we talked about it extensively after Birds 365. Kellen Moore is going to be gone. That's what it looks like to me. What's the update on Kellen Moore?
We talked about that. That broke earlier than that, but
no, it was. I think it was Friday that we thought he was going to get the job, and then it kind of got confirmed on Friday. I think. I don't know. It all runs together. I've done so many damn shows.
Yeah, I don't. It was before that because. I'm thinking Saturday, so I don't.
Yeah, I thought I remembered you on the Football 24/7 saying, "Yeah, Kellen's going to be gone."
Yeah, I am. So I don't want to. Yeah, I don't know what day it was, but I'm with you. Everything comes together. But they started informing the other candidates, which it turned out to be Anthony Weaver and Mike Kapka. So it wasn't. It wasn't Newt Rockney and George Hallis. It was.
I don't even know if they wanted Kellen. They just had nobody else left.
Well, the league was, pretty sure that that was Mike McCarthy's plan, and for whatever reason, things didn't work out with. I think that was the key point. Kellen interviewed with the Saints Monday night last week into Tuesday morning here in Philadelphia. And that's sort of the turning point. And I think it was both ways. From the standpoint, I was told that, Kellen had some concerns, and he should, about the quarterback situation. And, he was worried basically that, all right, it's probably going to take a while to find a quarterback and get this thing going. And he was concerned about a quick trigger, and evidently, whatever they said, they made some promises about patience and things like that. And that got it over the hump for Kellen. And I guess they liked Kellen enough to say, we don't like Mike McCarthy. And then Mike pulled out. It was essentially told not getting the job, but let him say he pulled out. And like I said, Anthony Weaver and Mike Kapka, so he's getting the job, and Mickey Loomis did what he had to do because they've done it the right way. This is not an Arizona situation. They can't talk to him until after the Super Bowl now. And there's always, and he left it open. He said the final decision hasn't made, but we're going to work towards getting something done with Kellen Moore. And that speaks to the contract and things like that, because, if Kellen goes in and pulls a Ben Johnson on Tuesday or Monday, whenever he does it,
he's not an upset the apple cart kind of guy.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying, A, he doesn't have that kind of cachet, and B, he's a first time head coach who hasn't. He doesn't have a lot of power to ask for $15 million. So I don't think that's going to be a problem. But that's why you leave the door open like Mickey Loomis, because you never know. But
yeah. Speaking of leaving the door open, this is Kellen in the Saints facility next week. Nick's going to leave. The players are going to be gone. Kellen's going to be tiptoeing around the Saints facility. He's going to take a peek in that head coach office, go in, sit on the chair, kick his feet up real quick, Johnny Mac, and start to dream of the future.
Nah,
Don't,
don't,
everybody.
don't get the idiots and hyped up on that. No, he's not. He's an adult human male. He's
Yes,
been
he
through it
is, John.
before.
He's going to be dreaming of that new facility. You can't tell me otherwise.
Well, they probably have a better facility than the Eagles because everybody has a better.
Eagles don't have. I guess they haven't updated all those facilities yet.
No, the Eagles are. That's the only thing they are bottom half of the league when it comes to facilities.
I'm surprised at that.
No, I mean it's just old. Well, it's just too old.
Yeah, right. Time goes on, and people get new stuff. They upgrade it. Yep.
I mean the upgrades, Dallas and Miami and Minnesota. I mean those are the three that everybody points to, and they're all basically not brand new, but they're all new. The Jets have a phenomenal facility. Yeah, there's so many great facilities. In the Eagles, it's just they don't even have a full indoor practice field. The Philadelphia Eagles, they don't have enough space.
Maybe if they win this Super Bowl and
well, they have plenty of money, but I think Jeffrey doesn't want to. He's got to go to the suburbs to get the space,
right?
But I don't know if he wants to do that.
Yeah, he might not want to do that. We'll see. Maybe if his bid for the Celtics falls through. We're gonna have two owners in Philly, John, that own teams all over the place. I know they're good businessmen, but good night. Oh, you're gonna buy the Celtics? I mean, you had to pick the Celtics. I know he's a Boston guy, but
he loves the Celtics.
Yeah, fuck you. You decided to buy the Philadelphia Eagles. All right.
So does Devontae Smith, by the way, big Celtics.
Yeah, that's different. Devontae doesn't own the team. All right, here we go. We got two super chats. Then I got a great question.
Jeffrey tried to buy the Patriots before he bought the Eagles.
He's a Boston guy. That's what he likes. He likes that stuff better. That's fine. I got a great question for you after the break. We'll check in on some of our great viewer comments. We appreciate everybody being here. Got a big crowd in here today as we prep for Super Bowl. 6 days away, everybody. Are the nerves building? Is the confidence wavering? Well, I'll get some of your takes on that. We got 3 super chats.
Question for me? No, the nerves are not building.
No,
not about
a Johnny Mac question. I have
not about the game, about other things, but not about the game. Yes.
Yeah, no, not asking John about that. Man in Black checks in. What's up, Man in Black? You're going to get John started early, aren't you? Be easy on the flopping QB is a sad way to have a play in the Super Bowl. Buddy walks like Taylor Swift, hit him from the back. How you doing? Nah. And he checked in earlier and said, so we acknowledge that Mahomes takes advantage of the flag, but we aren't going to acknowledge that the refs favor his flops. John, it's Monday.
Yeah, you know what I find ironic. I don't know if because I always use the and it was Man in Black doing both of those comments.
Yeah.
I don't know. Most people are Jordan fans when I talk to the NBA, and when I say like LeBron's the most well-rounded player, they get all butthurt and all that kind of stuff. And again, I go back to Michael Jordan. They literally have a term. It's called the Jordan rules, because he became what he became, and yeah, the officials gave him deference. Same thing happened to Greg Maddux in baseball. It happens in every sport. I'm not saying Patrick Mahomes doesn't get deference. You got to understand that going into the game. It's part of it.
Right. And that's why you said be disciplined. No pushing when you get out of bounds. There's no reason.
Yeah. So instead of whining about it, instead of preordaining your excuse, John Ferrari does that has a meeting every Saturday with this team. That's the assistant, one of the 2 assistant GMs. He's the rules expert, football ops expert. He has a meeting with the team every single Saturday to tell them what to be on alert for the particular officiating crew. Nobody prepares for it better than the Eagles. Deal with it. Deal with it or don't, and be a loser and complain about it.
It's true. That's true, John. Suo Blaze checked in. Good morning, Super Bowl week, LFJ. LFJ, brother. Appreciate you, Suo. Thanks for being here. Appreciate everybody, by the way, for being here. We're going to take our first commercial break. When we come back, I got some great topics to run by John. It's a traveling week everybody. Normally we have Jeff Kerr on Mondays. Jeff Kerr is on the move this morning. Normally we have Chris Franklin. He's got business to deal with this morning. So we're going to get some people all week, but it is going to be kind of one of those weeks. All right. John's flying in on Wednesday to New Orleans. All right. So stay tuned. I'll keep you guys posted on what the schedule looks like for content. Here's my one guarantee. Okay. We're going to have a lot of content. All right. It might look different. It might be in different locations. We might be at different times. We're going to have a lot of content on the channel this week. All right. I'll be live a lot. I'll be doing Saturday shows. I'll be doing a bunch. All right. As we lead into the Super Bowl. So make sure you guys stay locked in. We appreciate all of you guys for being here. Let's get to my man, Chris Albright. Chris, great email last night, brother. I appreciate you. He checks in and says, if Kellen takes Doug with him, could it be possible to see a Frank Reich and John DeFilippo reunion? Interesting question there.
Boy, everybody wants the reunions, man.
I know, man.
No. Certainly not Flip. I mean, I don't think, boy, John hasn't been coaching for a number of years now, but Nick, Nick obviously considers Frank Reich his mentor. So I just don't think it fits from the standpoint. I don't know how that relationship works. Flip has been out of the NFL just since 2021. He did some coaching with the USFL.
Yeah, we used to have him on our show, on our channel, John, once a week with Rick Saratella. Yeah.
So I mean, I would say no on that. And I just don't like the thought process because when you go and forget about because you saw it in college with Chip Kelly. Chip Kelly's back in the NFL, by the way, with the Raiders offensive coordinator for Pete Carroll. But you saw it in college at Ohio State, Ryan Day he was here with Chip Kelly. And then they flipped it and had success and won a national championship. But Frank also considers Nick also considers Frank his mentor. So I just don't like this. I don't like that setup.
Yeah, I understand that. Well, here, let me push back on you. You didn't like the setup coming into this year. They're in the Super Bowl.
Well, I didn't like the setup because of the way it was perceived. And
I agreed with you. Full transparency.
It turned out to the Eagles' credit, to Jeffrey's credit, it wasn't like that. It wasn't like they were taking away power from Nick Sirianni. They didn't. So he was still able to control the whole situation. I thought he wasn't going to have that kind of power. And I don't like that setup. But it turns out he basically kept his whole offensive coaching staff, with the exception of the scapegoats, Brian Johnson and Alex Tanney, who was the quarterback's coach. Kellen Moore only got two people, Doug Nussmeier and a lower level coach named Kyle Valero. That's it. Well, to come in, everybody else was a holdover, basically, from Nick's staff. So it didn't turn out to the way the perception was. If it turned out that way, I don't think you're here, to be honest. So I give Jeffrey Lurie credit for that. And it didn't turn out to be the way many speculated, including myself. And for a lot of weeks, people didn't believe it. But it became very clear that Nick was still in control of the entire thing. So as long as that's the case, there's no issues. And that's part of the reason they are here. But yeah, with the Frank Reich, and boy, people just, the moment he got fired, are you bringing Frank Reich back? I mean, you got to move on, got to change the page, got to turn the page. But
now we got one of these things. All right. We got one of these damn championships, and Frank Reich was a big part of it. All right. People are always going to love him, man. People are always going to.
I know. But, and Flip was a part of that too. But I mean, you can't, you got to go forward, man. Can't go.
Yeah, back. I hear you. I'm not against it. I understand what you're saying. Edgar checks in. What's up, Edgar? My guy, Edgar, one of our legend members. I appreciate it. I don't know how to pronounce your last name, though, Edgar. Nalcha Dijin. Nalcha Nalcha Deanne. I don't know, man. I'm probably botching that. All right. I appreciate you though, Edgar. Flops, refs, no excuses. We know what to expect. Go out there and handle business. Our talent level is so much better than we should not be in a position where 2 or 3 bad calls change the outcome. That's a guy that's been listening to Johnny Mac for a little while, right, John?
Well, that's the mentality you should have always. There's going to be bad calls. Guess what? There's going to be bad calls on the Chiefs. It's the way it works. They're human beings. They're going to make some calls that aren't correct. Persevere or don't. Control what you can control. If you fall apart and you melt down because the call doesn't go your way, yeah, that's on you. So, I mean, there's a lot of crying when Michael Jordan pushed off Byron Russell. Live with it.
No doubt. Good stuff, Edgar. Appreciate you checking in, my man. Good stuff. Great opening segment. We set the stage on Super Bowl week. I did update you guys. The Philadelphia Eagles and the Kansas City Chiefs have both landed in New Orleans. So our guys took off yesterday. They had a, what did they call it? A flying out party, or what did they call it yesterday?
I don't know. They had something at the link.
They had a bunch of something down there. Was anybody down at the link yesterday to watch the team?
I certainly was not. Yeah, I don't. I think it was NBC Philadelphia or somebody followed the buses from Novacara to.
Yeah, I saw that with the drone.
Yeah.
I saw that. I'm like, that's a little interesting, but that's what they do. Yeah, the send-off party. That's what it was, dude. So Eagles are down in New Orleans, and I love it. Good stuff, man. This is the
I'm just glad everybody made it safe.
Me too.
What's going on in the freaking world? But so yeah, everybody's down there.
Eerie moment, John, on our Friday show. As you bring that up, we want to pray for everybody, obviously, in the Northeast Philadelphia where that plane crash happened, that small plane. And one of our viewers commented, I texted John. Here I am texting John at 11:45 on a Friday night. I'm like, I got to leave John alone. This guy's been working too much. Last person he wants to hear from at 11:45 on a Friday night is me. But one of our viewers commented, John, that plane took off at 6:06. We started our segment at 6:05. And at the start of the segment, you said,
"Yeah, it had to be
lit
the
up
plane."
The sky." And I didn't think obviously anything of it in the moment. And somebody commented after, "Whoa, I just looked when this segment aired. Was that?" Now I don't know if it was or not.
It had to be. I was thinking about when you texted me. I probably was tired. I'm like, because I was facing the opposite direction because the Eagles were
right, but it did light up that whole freaking sky.
Yeah, it lit up the whole sky, and I was like, it had been raining all day, and I'm like, is it lightning? And it was obviously very cloudy, so because it was still raining, and it's just weird. And I was thinking about it after you texted me, and I'm like, well, I wasn't facing that direction, but I think it was such a huge explosion, unfortunately.
Yeah,
and I think it lit up the whole sky. At least through the clouds. Now, it wasn't overt, but it was noticeable.
Right. Yeah, I remember I kicked it to you. I did my open. I kicked it to you. It was the first thing you said. You said, "Yeah, I'm down in South Philly. Something just lit up the sky."
Yeah.
It was eerie. It was weird. And then I got a comment after, and I went back and listened to it, and I'm like, holy shit.
Yeah.
I think that's what happened there. So pretty crazy stuff, but definitely praying for everybody. That was 4 miles from my house, and well, I tell you, the sirens were going like crazy.
Yeah, well, and that's the thing. Even in South Philadelphia, which is not that far, but difficult to get there at that time.
Yeah, well, you know how Philly is. 8 miles takes 45 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. But it was you even in South Philly, you heard the sirens because there were people in South Philly trying to get there to help first responders and stuff. So. Yeah, terrible situation. And days earlier in DC with the Black Hawk, and it's just bad situation.
Yeah, no doubt, man. We're praying for everybody, man, in the world. I hope everybody stays safe out there. Be safe this week as we prep for the Super Bowl week. We appreciate all you guys being here. Let's get to our first commercial break. When we come back, I got some key questions for John about this football game. what sticks out to him, matchups, pressure points, trenches, you name it. We're going to get into it all. So we appreciate that. We'll take any super chats toward the end of the show. I mentioned it's a travel day. So a lot of our guests are traveling around, but we will have as much content this week for you guys as possible. So we appreciate you all being here. Let's get to our commercial break. Before I do that, I want to tell you guys about the great people at BetUS. They've been sponsoring us all football season. I've showed you the graphic before, and you're going to see it again. YouTube 150 is the promo code. It gives you a 150% sign-up bonus on your very first deposit. You get 125% on your second and third deposit, all up to $2,000. So deposit less and bet with more at BetUS. Go to betus.com.pa. That's betus.com.pa. We appreciate them for sponsoring the show. Go and check them out and get your Super Bowl wagers in, everybody. The wagers on the big game. So we will see how it all plays out this weekend and log everything you do over at BetUS. We'll be back in 3 minutes, everybody, on Birds 365.
Ignite your nights with free live entertainment daily, only at Live Casino and Hotel Philadelphia's Center Bar. 7 days a week, enjoy some of the region's top party bands, performers, and DJs as they take the stage in the heart of the casino action. Great cocktails, live music, and lively moments. It's all happening at Center Bar at Live Casino and Hotel Philadelphia. Visit livecasinophilly.com for more details and the complete list of upcoming events. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
The following is a real testimonial from the father of a young injured victim.
I didn't think she was going to make it.
Major Perry's daughter was the victim of a horrific accident caused by someone else's negligence.
If you don't find the right counselor, law firm that you're looking for, you will get lost in the wilderness.
Badly injured? Call the Fritz and Bianculli Law Firm at 215-458-2222 and find out why they say, "We got this."
In our hometown, we all look out for each other. We step up to keep our communities going strong. And at Independence Blue Cross, we're here to keep you going strong as the #1 health insurer in the region. No IBX is always looking out for you.
We noticed that there was mold creeping into our basement about a year and a half ago and wanted to make sure that we were getting rid of the problem permanently. We actually reached out to several different contractors to get it resolved, and actually 2 of them recommended DryTech to us as a long-term solution. Other than the noise factor, we wouldn't even know that there was work being done on the basement level. It's really been a clean process for us.
Score and save this football season on your car insurance. Before the next game, save up to 40% on your auto insurance policy. That's right, 40% savings. Call an audible this season and contact the Del Val Insurance Group. They're an advocate for you, not an insurance company. That means they'll get you the right coverage and save you up to 40%. Call managing partners Fran or Jim of Del Val Insurance, 215-354-0122, or score and save at dvigi.com. dvigi.com.
EAGLES, Eagles.
Welcome back in, everybody. Super Bowl week has officially started, and we are 6 days away from the Super Bowl. The festivities start tonight. John, what goes on tonight? There's like a whole media contingency, all sorts of.
Today is media night where, fans can go to the, I guess it's in the Smoothie King Center, wherever the hell it is. I don't even know. But, that's where you have the guys dressed up and the circus type atmosphere.
Yeah.
Super Bowl opening day. That's interesting. Let me look that up while I'm doing it. But the arena down there, I believe, is called the Smoothie King Center. which is goofy, but today is media night. Yeah. So, and that's the thing where, like I said, you'll see all the international media, you'll see all the goofy questions about what your favorite color is and that kind of stuff. That,
Yeah, there is all sorts of goofy questions with this. So we'll see how that goes. I think that should be on NFL Network probably tonight. I'll check for everybody.
sure.
Yeah, so they'll televise it. But I'll definitely be tuned in for that. Maybe I'll do
I'm
a
going to be
little
on
stream.
Netflix watching Monday Night Raw if I'm
So
watching.
John will be. I might be live with everybody on the channel if you guys want to lock in. I'll do some extra streaming tonight for sure. If we hear anything good out there at media night, so good stuff there. I'm going to thank everybody for being here. 6 days away from the Super Bowl, 6 days away from potentially immortality, 6 days away from making history. We are right there, everybody. So not much longer to go. And we appreciate you being here today. The question I have for John to start this segment is, to you, John, who is the number one key matchup in this game? Now, for me, I have one in mind. I'm not going to pollute the question at all. I want to hear you when you think about Eagles versus Chiefs, Mahomes, Hurts, Spags, Vic Fangio, Andy Reid, Chiefs defense, Eagles defense, all those different things. Who's the number one matchup in this game that your sights are set on as you prepare for the Super Bowl?
Number one matchup. I'm going. Boy, I've been on this train for a while, and I'm going to ride this train to the station. I'm going Jalen Carter against Chiefs interior.
Okay.
And I know everybody's going to go offensively with the Eagles. They always go offensively, but I'm going because that is the easiest way, and we've seen it. And I just said it. I answered your first question. The easiest way to affect a great quarterback is pressure right up the middle. Immediate pressure right up the middle. And the Chiefs have one of the best guard tandems in football, but unfortunately, one of those guards, Joe Thuney, is got to play left tackle now. So that impacts their interior dramatically, which is not as good. So I think Jalen Carter's got a chance to impact the game dramatically.
I'm going to go coaching, John, and I'm going Andy Reid versus Vic Fangio in this game. I think Andy's that mastermind on offense over there. You got Vic Fangio, who you've been very high on. You obviously have a lot of respect for him, rightfully so. He's got a long history in this league and has done an amazing job this year. But that, to me, is the matchup. How much can the Eagles defense limit this Chiefs team? How many can they get takeaways? Can they create any positive plays for their offense to feast on? That, to me, is the story of the game. If the Eagles defense make plays in this game, I don't think it's going to be that close. I really don't.
Well, I if you ask me that question any week of the year, I don't think I've ever gone coach, because coaches don't play. I mean, yeah, Andy's great, Vic's great, but they don't play. They can put their guys in the right position, but the players got to play. So if I ever get a matchup question, if I say coach versus coach, I'm tired, or I'm drunk, or or I'm not thinking straight, because it's players are on the field, and all the good coaches tell you that. I mean, I asked Big what it meant to have the number one defense, and he said it's cool for the players. I mean, I'm not playing. I mean, they're the ones who have to do it. They're the ones who have to make it come alive. And I'm not trying to downplay either of those, because I think I said last week, the way I would describe it is Vic's going to be more difficult than Andy than usual, than a typical defensive coordinator. And Andy's going to be more difficult for Vic than a typical offensive play caller. I think that's the best way to describe it. But yeah, I'm always the players are the ones who got to perform. They have to perform, and like, people go back, people want to harp on what went on in Super Bowl 57 all the time, and they want to blame the coordinator because they don't want to blame the players. They've been handling that motion all season. The Eagles had the #1 pass defense in the NFL that season.
Will corn dog be used in this game?
I'm sure it will.
Me too. I'm thinking so too.
It will. And they, Andy's not the only one who uses that motion. I pointed that out. He just puts a little bit more panache on it when it comes to, and that's the modern NFL. But I used to see it all the time with Chris Carter and his 100 million touchdowns that he scored. He would run that thing all the time and just about out leveraging the defender. And sometimes it's such a good play that you just out leverage the guy and you play basketball and you score a touchdown anyway. But the Eagles blew the coverage twice, blew it, flat out blew it. And that's something they've been handling it all year. And the narrative becomes, oh, Andy did this against Jonathan Gannon. No, the players blew the coverage. And to Darius Slay's credit, he said that. We blew the coverage.
Well, we will talk about some coaching things because I do want to look and analyze some other things. SMD, you're asking the most obvious question in this game, right? I mean, what the hell are the Chiefs going to do to slow down Saquon Barkley? I don't know. We're going to have to talk about that. So we'll get into that. Let's get to a super chat here. I saw, John, before I read this super chat, I didn't see it come through. I guess we got it at the break. Eduardo, appreciate you. Somebody responded to him. Eduardo, good super chat. I apologize for the way John McMullen will respond to your super chat, which made me chuckle. So let's go see what it is. Eduardo checks in. He says, has Howie put us in a position to become the next dynasty? If we beat the Chiefs, it makes you wonder who can stop this Eagles team moving forward. Eduardo, you're not wrong about this, man. Look, they got to win the game. But this is also why I like the idea of an older, potentially offensive coordinator, because in order for you to have, I think stability goes a long way. I think they have it with Vic Fangio now on defense, but it'd be nice to have a coordinator that wasn't so damn hungry to get a new job, which most of them are. I get it. But, John, your response to Eduardo is a Philadelphia Eagles dynasty loading, John.
Well, I don't know why I think some kind of crap. I mean,
I don't either. But
there's 30% turnover in the NFL every year. So, no. There's no guarantee of anything. You're not bringing back the same team. It's not just Kellen Moore. You're not going to be able to sign as many people. Howie admitted that this before he left. Different circumstances. You're unlikely to get another historic year from Saquon Barkley. He might get 1,600 yards, but he's probably not getting 2,000. Is he going to stay healthy? So many things. And that's why, nobody's ever won 3 in a row. It's hard. So, no, I don't. People were predicting that in 52. Oh, new normal, blah, blah, blah.
Different roster, man. This is different. This is a young team, John.
It is a very young team.
Yeah.
But even that, I talk about it at the highest level with Jaden Daniels, who saw it this year with C.J. Stroud. The adjustments are coming. To assume Quinyon Mitchell, Cooper DeJean, to use the Eagles' top 2 rookies, are going to have the same year this year, next year as this year, it might be better.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Most, not everybody. You're not wrong about that, but most career trajectories get better with age. I mean, just early. I mean, from your year 1, there's a learning curve.
Most career trajectories don't start out like Quinyon and Cooper's.
That's true. That is definitely true.
If you're a betting man, you can't get this on BetUS. I would bet on a regression in year 2. It might not even be, at least a perception of a regression. It might not even be that, but because of circumstances elsewhere, because of the way the Eagles play defense, maybe, are we really going to have this year from Zach Bond again? Yeah. I mean, that's what Howie probably stays. I mean, that common sense says, hell no. I mean, you can't play better than Zach Bond.
Yeah, I get it. I get that part of it.
Career years are career years.
It's a young defense, though, man. I mean, you look at the playmakers on this. Zach Bond might be the oldest freaking player outside of Slay.
The assumption is you're always going forward. The assumption is wrong. There is a long sample size to look at every single NFL team. Here's what happens. Some people get better. Some people regress. Some people stay in the middle. But it ain't everybody isn't getting better.
Right. That makes sense.
Doesn't work that way. So I would never bet on anybody becoming the dynasty. If you would have said the Chiefs, I would have said, no, they're not going to win last year. They won. I would never bet on anybody to become a dynasty, including the Eagles. Sorry.
Yeah, but will you say this? Well, because it's fair to say that. I mean,
they'll be a good team. They'll be a good team.
They're in a good position to be able to seize the moment. Now they have to do that. Obviously, a lot of things have to go your favor, but will you at least say that the Eagles are in a pretty good position? I mean, most thought this defense wouldn't be good till next year, and they're way ahead of schedule on that front.
Well, Howie also pointed out this has been a 3-year process. I think everybody thinks it was a 12-month thing. Rebuilding this
I
defense.
knew it was 3 years, but
so number one, I mean, from the standpoint of younger guys, again, the assumption is going to be because of their youth that Nolan Smith, Quinyon Mitchell, Cooper DeJean, Moro Ajomo, anybody else you want to add in there, Zach Bond because of his age. I'll leave Nakobe out because of his injury. On and on and on are only going to get better. Every single one of those players is going to get better. History says that's probably not the case. Just it doesn't work that way. Some guys are going to have worse years. They might not even be worse football players, but again, maybe the linebacker play isn't as good, and that affects the corners.
Right.
Maybe the safety play is not as good, and that affects the corners. Maybe.
Yeah, or Jalen Carter gets hurt. I mean, there's so much stuff that can happen in football. That's the, I think one of the reasons the linebackers are playing so good is because of Jalen Carter, right? I mean,
oh yeah, everybody. Rob, he's the guy on that defense. I mean, he's the guy. He makes everybody better. I mean, that's who Andy Reid spends an entire week plus working on. Like, number one, how do we block Jalen Carter? Number one. And in the end of the game, which again differentiates Andy Reid from Sean McVay, I'll take my daily Sean McVay shot. Andy Reid's going to make sure Jalen Carter's blocked if you got a chance to win the game at the 13-yard line, whatever it was, with a minute left. He's going to make sure he's blocked. And Patrick Mahomes at least has a chance.
No doubt. Here we go. Another super chat. I got a good question for you after this. Real Zeal says, in the spirit of Super Bowl Media Day, John, how long have you been a curmudgeon of a reporter?
With Super Bowl Media Day I haven't been to a Super Bowl Media Day in probably 20 years. I've been to one and I never went back. So yeah, it's a long time.
It's not really like
it's not for
John's type of reporter.
Yeah, it's not for real reporters. I'll say that. It's for TV. Yeah. It's for TV. It's for clip. It's for soundbite things, that type of thing.
Yeah, you do get a lot of fun stuff from it. I mean, it's not. It's what you just said, but you do get a lot of cool stuff from it. Like Jalen, a couple of Jalen's comments from last time he was there, are still used today. Some of Jalen Hurts' slogans that he
gets ready, man. Well,
Jalen purpose before everybody had an opinion. I didn't walk through the fire just to smell the smoke. You know how Jalen is, Johnny Mac. He gives you some of those one-liners.
I'm sure he's got 10 other T-shirt slogans ready to go for the platform. Yeah.
I like the T-shirt slogans. I'm a fan, Jalen Hurts. I'm a fan of the T-shirt slogans, brother. Keep slinging it. Good stuff there, Johnny Mac. All right, John, look. I thought our girl in the chat, SMD Eagles, brought up a great question, and it's where I'm going to go here. How the heck do you expect Steve Spagnuolo to mix it up to try and slow down Saquon Barkley in the run? I do think I know you're right. Players play, coaches don't, but That's got to be the number one thing for them. If they can't slow down Saquon in the running game, it's hard to believe that they're going to have a chance to stay in this game for 60 minutes. It really is.
Yeah, I said from the start, you know, I've made the comparison. It's okay if he gets 125, just make him work for it. So I've made the NBA comparison that the goal is he's going to get his. The goal is to make him work for it, number one. So make him get 125 on 28 carries. Make sure there's no home runs. Make sure it's not 200. Make sure he's not breaking Timmy Smith's Super Bowl record. Then you have a chance. You know, and to Saquon's credit, look, Saquon's had an historic year. He's going to be the offensive player of the year before the Super Bowl at NFL honors. But you know, it's the offensive line, guys. That's the key to it all. That's the foundation of it all. But you know, if you look at, he's had games of, I'm just trying to pull it up, 109, 95, 84, 47, 66, 108, 107, 124, 65. I don't know how many games that was. That's what they have to do. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 games. It's almost 50% of the time in the regular season. I'm not counting the playoffs. The playoffs, he's been 119, 205, 118. In the regular season, 8 of the 17 games, well, he didn't play, 8 of 16, so it's 50%. I mean, I do think there's this perception of he's, you know, obviously 176 sticks in people's minds, 159, 255, 150, 167. Those stick in people's minds. You can't have that. But people have kept him to manageable numbers, and that's what they have to do.
Yeah, no, where you're right is, you know, he gets 170, but 60 comes on one play, and then he's got 24 for the other 101. That's a lot more.
Well, and from the standpoint of schematically, I mean, it's easy. It's not easy. It's easier said than done because of the offensive line, but it's about gap discipline. Saquon himself said it last week. He said, I'm not Superman. If there's 5 guys in the backfield, I can't make them all miss.
Yeah, but let's be real. There's never gonna be five guys in the backfield.
Oh, because of the offensive line. Yeah. I wish more people would give them their flowers. People do, but this is one of the greatest offensive lines of all time. I'm firmly on that boat. Of all time. I wish more people would recognize that.
We'll see how it all plays out, Johnny Mac. Pressure cooker. The Super Bowl is a pressure cooker. I can't wait to see who cracks first. Somebody's going to crack at some point. Somebody, somewhere, in some part of the field or some part of the team on either side of the ball is going to crack. So we will see where that goes, John. We just mentioned the trenches, obviously, with the, you know, Eagles' big advantage here. I think so.
Yeah, I mean, that's what they built this thing on, as Howie would say.
Chiefs have a good D line though, man. They got that Karlaftis is really
they're better, I would say, on the defensive front than the offensive front. They have 3 really good offensive linemen and 2 kind of shady offensive linemen. Defensively, they're very deep. You could argue they're just as good as the Eagles on the defensive line. The problem is the defensive line doesn't play the defensive line. The defensive line plays defensive front, I should call it, plays against the Eagles' offensive line. And there, the Eagles have the advantage because, as I just said, the Eagles have one of the best offensive lines of all time. And the Eagles' defensive front plays against the Chiefs' offensive line. And the Eagles' defensive front is better, I think, than the Chiefs' offensive line. So, it's not about, like we talked about last week, Travis Kelce. It's not Travis
Right.
Kelce versus Zach Ertz, Dallas Goedert. They don't play each other.
Right. It's Travis Kelce versus the linebackers, the
Yeah.
safeties, whoever's going to cover them. Right.
Yeah. So same thing there. Yeah. The Chiefs defensive front, because of Chris Jones and Karlaftis and pretty depth match, you can make an argument that they're just as good as the Eagles. The Eagles are very good as well, but who cares? It doesn't matter. They don't play each other.
Right. We'll see how that part of it plays out. I do think the chess match in it with the coaches is interesting. I know you're right. The players are the ones who are playing, but are you giving the advantage to the Chiefs overall in this coaching matchup with that chess match element of the game?
Well, I give them the advantage on offense pretty clearly. And I give the Eagles a slight advantage on defense. And maybe even more of a slight advantage to me. Not most people. I give deference to, because most people think the Chiefs have the better defensive coordinator. I've made it clear I am not in that camp. But offensively, yes. I mean, whoever you want to envision in your mind is running the Eagles offense ain't Andy Reid.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Here's another good one.
And
too.
Kellen Moore, by the way, I say that is running the Eagles offense. So
Here's another good one, though. The red zone. All right. Eagles get down to the red zone. Both of these defenses are pretty good red zone defense. And I don't know how they grade out, but I'm pretty sure the Chiefs are a top red zone defense in the NFL, and the Eagles are probably up there as well. Again, I don't have the numbers right in front of me, but got to get in once you get into the red zone, John. These are two disciplined, well-coached defenses. What do you like the Eagles to try and do offensively in the red zone to get in if they do get down there?
Well, the Eagles are a great red zone offense. And actually, I shouldn't say great, because if anything, they've been a little bit of a disappointment because of how well they run the ball. That would typically, like, they've been a better red zone offense. I'd have to look up, but this is probably their worst year in the red zone in the Sirianni era, I would bet. They finished 13th. There's no way. I mean, they're usually top 5 because of their running game and Jalen Hurts and their ability to get the ball in the end zone that way. And then defensively, yeah, the Eagles are like 5th and the Chiefs are 8th. So they're both very good. And you're talking about 50% for the Eagles, 51.9. So it's almost the same, but the Eagles are slightly better. The Eagles are almost better in everything. Red zone offense, Eagles are 13th, which is disappointing for them, but the Chiefs are 22nd. So,
well, the other thing is, too, you get down to that red zone, John. You know where I think the key matchup there is for the Eagles defense? I think Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes are going to be going for those linebackers. I like Zach Bond, but you got Oren Burks in there, and you need.
I think Oren Burks might
Andy
show
picked
up
on him in the second half of the Super Bowl last year, man.
I
We
think
saw
he
him
might-
come in for Dre Greenlaw and said, "I know what I'm doing in the second half."
Yeah, I think he might show up in a negative way, unless Jalen Carter can mask it, and by that I mean just blow up plays early.
I'm a little concerned about Oren Burks.
Yeah, but I've been saying that he's played great. I've been saying that since it happened.
Yeah.
And he's played great. Maybe he's got one more in him. But yeah, on paper, that's one of the few things you should be concerned about. Chiefs, I mean, hey, they're not impressive on paper, really. If you look at the Eagles are impressive everywhere except passing offense, basically, which they're 29th. And part of that is just because they run the ball so well. But I think if you're being honest, and we've talked about it all year ad nauseum, it hasn't been effective at times, and it should be. But they've shown the ability to do it at times. But they're basically top 10 in everything except passing offense, red zone offense, which is weird. Like I said, fourth down defense, which is not that big of a deal. They're top 10 in everything on defense, except fourth down defense. Everything. The Eagles defense, that's another thing. I don't think there's two things. I don't think people give enough credit to the Eagles offensive line. And I get why, because they go to the splash player and the skill player. And then I don't think people realize that the Eagles defense has been over the length of the season much better than the Eagles offense. And I don't think people give them enough credit.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, there's no doubt about it. John, going back to kind of something you mentioned earlier, which I think goes in the Eagles' favor. But we had Jason Cole on Friday, John, Hall of Fame selector. He gave I thought he hit something on the head really well. He said, the Chiefs want this game played at Chiefs pace. The Eagles want this game played at the chaotic pace that they seem to thrive on, with big plays, explosive plays like that, big run from Saquon Barkley, a big takeaway by the defense. If it's a chaotic pace, fast paced, I'm going Eagles. If it's a slow, methodical game and the Chiefs are kind of in control of the clock like they normally are, I think that's a big advantage for the Chiefs. So it kind of brought me back to a point that you said at the start of the show.
Who said that? I missed who said that.
Jason Cole, Hall of Fame selector. Yeah.
I love Jason, but I'm going to disagree. I'm going to go with the exact opposite. I don't think the Chiefs are capable. I mean, why would you want to play a grinded out game with the Philadelphia Eagles with that off? That's what I'm talking about.
Because that's how the Chiefs play all year. They're not an explosive play team. Like, that was my next point. Explosive plays versus ball control. I don't think this is going to be an explosive play battle. No shootout. It's going to be more of a chess match. And I like the Eagles in that because they have a better running game and a better defense. But Kansas City in a one score game, John, is it's not really where you want to be, my friend.
No, well, you're going to look at it both ways. You could say they're due to lose one. But just from the standpoint, like I think the Chiefs aren't explosive because they can't be explosive. Like, I think they want to be explosive, but they don't have the horses to be explosive. The Eagles, since week 5, we've talked about that, they've become completely risk averse and conservative for the most part. So I don't get this chaotic pace. I mean, when do they play at a chaotic pace?
I don't know. I think that NFC title game felt a little chaotic.
They just blew them all to 4. So, I mean,
yeah, but you had the 60-yard run. I mean, to start the game. Then you had the turnover. I mean, that was definitely a chaotic paced game.
Well, yeah. Well,
we had 55 points on the board, John. I don't think you could have 55 points without
dominance is not chaotic.
Yeah, but John, if it's a slow, methodical game, you don't have time to put up 55 points.
Like,
you don't
38 to 35 is chaotic. Super Bowl 52 is chaotic. That's what I consider chaotic.
What about 57?
Complete. Yeah, I just said 38-35. That's 57.
Oh, you said 52. Yeah, my bad.
And no, I said 38-35. That's 57 and 52 were both chaotic. Both of those games were chaotic. That to me is chaotic. Complete dominance is not chaotic. That's just we did whatever we wanted.
Okay, well, maybe chaotic is not the right word.
Yeah, that to me, chaotic indicates shootout, and I don't think either of these teams play that way, is what I'm trying to say. Again, the Eagles have become completely risk averse, completely, to the point where I think it's unfair to the quarterback, to be honest. Now, there have been moments like when they're dominant, 52, and that's the last thing everybody remembers. And I get it, because they were completely dominant against the Washington Commanders. but that's an outlier from week 5. I think
Yeah, they
everybody,
played 20 games. I mean, they've only done that once.
yeah, that's a complete outlier. And I don't think Washington, great season. I don't think they belonged in that game, to be honest. And that showed. But, you know, if you go from, so I'm trying to pull up Jalen. So here it was, week 1, 34 attempts, 30 attempts, 38 attempts, 30 attempts. And we all know what happened in the week 5 bye week. Then coming off the week 5 bye week, 25, 14, 20, 24, 20, 28, a big one, 22, 19, 21, 32 against Pittsburgh, which was their best game from a passing standpoint. And then he got hurt. And in the playoffs, 21, 20, and then 28 when they did whatever they wanted to do against Washington. I mean, and those are the 2 games, right? Pittsburgh, 32, Washington, 28. He proved he can do it, but they haven't been playing that way. That's all I'm trying to say. They have not played, they don't play that style of football because they decided to, by their own admittance, to lean on the foundation of the offensive line and the running game, which is fine. It's worked, but that's the way they're playing. They don't play chaotically, is all I'm trying to say. So that's the part I disagree with. I think chaotic would help Kansas City because that indicates the Eagles defense is not playing well, is what I'm saying. And I don't think that's going to happen. But that to me, if you're playing a grinded out game with the Philadelphia Eagles, you have no shot because their offensive line is going to obliterate you. And nobody has a better offensive line than they do. That's where I am.
Haven't played the Chiefs yet, though. I think they're one of the. I'm not saying our offensive line doesn't have an advantage, but these are one. The Chiefs are one team that I think could at least hang until the end. Like they want to be in a 1-possession game in the fourth quarter, John. That's what the Chiefs want.
Yeah, well, yeah. Anytime you have Patrick Mahomes in a 1 possession game, I think you feel pretty comfortable. And yeah, if I'm the Eagles, I don't want it to be a 1-possession lead. I don't want the ball in the hands of Patrick Mahomes with a chance to win the game. And the Eagles are certainly cognizant of that. But you know, you can make it a 2-score game by grinding it out and just dominating as they've often done.
Right. Get a stop. Yeah, get a stop and get some points on the board. No doubt about that. Yeah, you get late in that game, though, man. It's going to be interesting. So you kind of have this, though, as not an explosive play matchup. You think this is going to be more of a slow, drawn-out, methodical chess match type of game?
Yeah, well, I mean, that's tough to tell because the Eagles are coming off, you know, did something click and say, hey, we can do this against Washington?
Right.
I mean, they went over that 10-week span where they threw the football down the field 20 yards or more 10 times, once a game. Lately, they've been doing it a little. They took the shot on 4th and 5. And
you think that early run, John, the early 60-yarder on the first play, you think that helped get them get the passing game?
Well,
going
I think
last
it
week?
Completely stole the soul of the.
But that's what I mean. And then they went on to have a great passing game in that game. You know, do you think that 60-yarder helped with that? I mean, if you don't get that early in the game, you know, it might change the way you're playing.
Like Nick said, yeah, that's a hell of a tone setter.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't emphasize. I wrote about that on Sports Illustrated. Washington went 18 plays, grinding it out, just like we talked about. Converted 2 4th downs, and Dan Quinn laid up in the end. I ripped him to shreds for that. Kicked a field goal. It's 3-0. You're probably feeling pretty good if you're the Washington Commanders saying, We took 8 minutes off the clock, or I think it was 7 minutes off the clock. We're shortening the game. We got the lead. Here we go. First offensive play, 60 yards to the house. Yeah, that just crushed Washington. So that affected every aspect. Did it help in the passing game? Yes. Did it help it helped to everything. That just broke the will of the Washington Commanders. Just absolutely devastated them. Very similar. I made the comparison to the Chris Long play in the 2018 championship game. Very similar to Hassan Reddick knocking out Brock Purdy in the 2023 championship game. Yeah, stealing souls, I described it as. They just stole the soul of the Washington Commanders, just like they stole the soul of the San Francisco 49ers and the Minnesota Vikings.
All right. Will Saquon Barkley in this game, John, have a 50-plus yard touchdown?
I'm always gonna bet against that, but that's just, that's just. I think. How many? No, he's got like 7 or 8. I mean, people act like it's 100. It's hard to do. It's hard to do, and he's making it look easy. But I think Kansas City will certainly have a better plan than Washington. I think that's fair to say. They're a better team than Washington. It's not the Eagles' fault, but again, I think that was a pretty easy. All their NFC championship games have been easy, but as I've described, they made it easy against Minnesota and San Francisco. Those were actually good teams and that belonged in the position they were in. I don't think Washington, I think that was more of an outlier. And I think, I think the Eagles are smart enough to know it's going to be more difficult than that. I wouldn't take too much from that NFC championship game. It's going to be more difficult than that one, in my opinion. I mean, I just don't think why. And I said it to you as soon as the Rams game was over, and as soon as it became clear that Washington was going to be, it's not going to be a game. I mean, I didn't think it was going to be that bad, but I just didn't think they were in that type of position to do that.
John, how about turnovers in this game, man? They always tell a big story in every game. Eagles have been exceptional in the postseason. 10 takeaways, 0 turnovers. They haven't turned the ball over once. Now, I don't know what the Chiefs numbers are, but they normally protect the ball pretty well too. Who cracks first, man? Who do you think protects the football better in this game, and how big of an impact will turnovers have on this game? There was only one in Super Bowl 57, and it had a big impact anytime you spot Mahomes 7 points. So how big of an impact do you think turnovers will have on this game? And if you had to pick, who makes the mistake first?
Well, the turnovers have a big impact on every NFL game. Week 1 to the Super Bowl. I mean, it's maybe the biggest thing in the NFL, turnovers. So if I'm betting on who turns it over more, it's Kansas City. I mean, partially because, again, the Eagles are very conservative. They have made the decision that if they don't turn the football over, they are going to win.
Right. And they're right.
That's what they've done.
They're right.
That's what they've done. And as you said, now, if you're looking at the playoffs, as you mentioned, 10-0, at some point, you say, all right, when is the coin flip going to go the other way? And you would think that regression to the mean is around the corner, but I just don't think, unless and Saquon hasn't put the football on the ground. Jalen hasn't put the football on the ground. I don't think they're putting it in harm's way throwing the football. So are you going to fumble is basically what it comes down to. And they've been very ball security conscious. Whereas Kansas City's going to put the game in Patrick Mahomes' hand, and that means he's going to take some chances. And if he takes some chances, you're more likely to turn it over. So, from that standpoint, Kansas City's the team that's going to take some chances, and Philadelphia's the team less likely to take some chances. So, that makes it more likely that Kansas City turns over the football.
Good stuff there. John, how much do you think the aggressiveness factor is going to play into this game in terms of coaching? We've talked about that all year. It was one of our talking points coming into the NFC Championship game because Dan Quinn had gotten to the point where he was aggressive, and then he faltered in the last moment, John, and it cost him. It cost him big. How much is the aggressiveness battle in this game going to be a factor, you think?
Yeah, well, I'm disgusted by coaches these days who aren't aggressive. I'm literally disgusted by them.
It's just like every coach. I mean,
if somebody
in today's day,
if somebody wants to give me $8 billion and I buy one of these crappy teams, and if my coach is not aggressive, he's out the door. Simple as that.
You're telling me you fire Quinn for that
no, because he did a good job. But I make it very clear, as Jeffrey Lurie would say, I would ask a lot of questions about that and make it very clear. And if he did it consistently, obviously that would be a big problem. But yeah,
who started this wave of aggression, John, in the league? SMB,
the Eagles,
WP, yeah,
27, yeah, Doug Peterson, the Eagles. Really, we're ahead of the curve, really ahead of the curve, and which I'm so surprised that Eagles fans don't understand how that aggressiveness got them their only Super Bowl championship, because Nick used to take a lot of heat when he misses or goes for a 2-point conversion or whatever. Earlier this year when it doesn't work, long term, it's the way to go. It makes it much. Think about how difficult. And I don't even necessarily like math nerds because they've ruined baseball, they've ruined basketball, they've ruined football. I don't know enough about hockey. I assume they've ruined hockey. But you have to go 10 yards in 4 plays, especially when you have a dual threat quarterback like Jalen Hurts. Think about how difficult it is to stop him 4 consecutive plays. To only go 10 yards. It's almost impossible. So that's the sentiment you're talking about. Now, that doesn't mean you go for it on 4th and 10 at your own 20-yard line. Right. But if you're in plus territory and it is 4th and 4 or less at this time of year, I'm pretty much going for it. 4th and 4 might be straight. 4th and 3. I'm going for it every single time. And then you kind of get a feel for the game. Also, the struggles of Jake Elliott should make the Eagles a little bit more aggressive.
Yeah.
And yeah, Kansas City's going to be Andy. The best thing about Andy Reid, and I don't know how old Andy Reid is, but I think there's the sentiment that he's 66 years old. So Andy is officially a senior citizen. And I think there's this mentality that youth equals creativity and innovation. And youth is no guarantee of creativity or innovation at all. And perfect example of that is Andy Reid. There is no more creative coach in the NFL. There is no more innovative coach in the NFL. There is no coach who evolves more than 66-year-old Andy Reid. Nobody. Nobody's more creative.
He's the best coach in football.
Nobody's more innovative. And nobody evolves and learns more from what's going on than Andy Reid.
That's an impressive statement to make about a coach that, most people that age, John, They're in their own ways now, man.
Well, I'm
You
not
know?
quite that old, but I'll say this. If you've heard me bang my head on the show, I'm the old guy. I'm not supposed to be the open-minded guy. You know. But so many fans and you can't do that. You can't do that. Yeah, you can. And if you want to be good, you better do that. And you better be aggressive.
Good stuff here, John. Let's get to a couple super chats from our great people. Alfredo checks in. What's up, Alfredo? Smitty 110, AJ 110, Saquon 200, Hurts 50 rushing, 3 takeaway scores, touchdown on all of them.
Why, come on. Why do you even do
Alfredo,
that?
holy shit.
Come on. Why? I don't understand. I don't understand.
Alfredo's got us winning 52-3.
How about win the game? How about win the game?
I will ask you this.
I don't care if Smitty gets 40 yards, AJ gets 40 yards, Saquon gets 100, Hurts gets 20 on the ground. 3 takeaway scores. Is that 3 takeaway scores? Yeah, I come on, dude. Come on.
Alfredo, holy crap. T-Will, thanks for becoming a member. We appreciate that. My man upgraded your by the way, we will have giveaways today. All right. So stay tuned after the show, everybody. We'll be doing some giveaways. It's Super Bowl week. All right. So get your memberships in. We appreciate that. Brian Pumper checks in. J-Mac, you're falling for the banana in the tailpipe. We have to beat the champs, not the other way around. We have to punch Kermit in the neck to win.
What do you mean? I've said from the start, to be the man, you got to beat the man. Rick Blair rules apply.
Yeah,
the
baby.
Chiefs are the man. The Chiefs are the standard. Howie Roseman said it to me on Saturday. They're the standard. Yeah, until you beat them. I'm just saying the Eagles are more talented. They got to go do it. They were more talented last time. They didn't do it. They got to do it. I've never said anything differently.
We'll see how it plays out. We will see how it plays out. Brian, thank you for the super chat, brother. I appreciate it. Niall Christian, what's up, Niall? He says, J-Mac, thoughts on the report that came out about the Saints organization today? I didn't see a report, but
haven't seen it. But it's a crappy organization. Isn't anything about that?
Is that what the report is?
I don't
Niall, if you
know.
follow up in the chat, I will. I'm looking for the report now. I don't see anything.
It's a bad organization. I'll say that. I have no idea why Mickey Loomis is still there, the way he's handled the salary cap, but Howie's made him his personal whipping boy.
He really has.
But yeah. Oh, here we go. New Orleans Saints role in priest cover-up revealed in shocking emails from the New York Post. Now, I had not seen that. That's one I didn't have on my bingo card today.
Holy crap. I'm seeing this now too.
Predatory Catholic priest, which is unfortunately not news, turned to an unlikely ally, the front office of the New Orleans Saints. No, I have not seen that, but if there's any truth to it, obviously it's freaking disgusting. Yeah, I mean, I don't even know what to say about that.
Yeah, that's one I got to read before I comment on. No, I appreciate you bringing it up, brother. I'll definitely read that later on and see. The Saints are a shitty organization, and I've said.
Yeah, I was when I said that I was talking about football.
Yeah,
I wasn't talking about
pedophile, assisting in all sorts of bullshit.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. 99C Diesel checks in. I still am a believer that the running game has been so effective for a lot of teams this year is because defenses are still built to stop the pass anymore. I agree. They're getting all these quick, speedy linebackers, and the running game has become it's pendulum swing, isn't it? It makes sense. I mean, everybody gets players to slow down the passing games, and then you open up holes in the running game.
Yeah, I mean, we've been talking about this for years. I always thought it would be Belichick to do it first, and they tried to do it a little bit because, nobody plays 3 linebackers anymore. Everybody's got a nickel back on the field pretty much for, 70, 75% of the time. The linebackers are now just completely undersized from what they used to be. And yeah, I mean, it makes a lot of sense if you can get together people like Lane Johnson and Jordan Mailata and Landon Dickerson, these big, powerful people, to just say, hey, go beat up on those undersized bodies. And that's what's happened for the Eagles and to a certain extent, the Baltimore Ravens. And we'll see if the rest of the league follows suit. It tends to be cyclical like that. It swings one way, the pendulum theory, then it swings back the other way. But I will say it's taken longer than I expected, but it seems to be here. Because Detroit, when they're healthy, was tremendously physical, and just beating up people. And how do you combat that as a defense? Well, you got to get bigger bodies at linebacker, and then it shifts back the other way. So, but it took a while to get to this point, and I think maybe the Eagles, those three teams specifically, the Eagles, the Ravens, and the Lions, have opened up some eyes.
No doubt. Johnny Mac, I'm going to ask you this, my last question of the day, then we'll get your final thoughts, get you out of here. I'll do some Zander time giveaways today for the great people at JAKIB Nation. Super Bowl week, everybody, get your memberships in on JAKIB Sports. I'll be doing a lot. And for any winner today, all right, I want to get that information as fast as possible. I spoke with my buddy at the post office. He's going to try and rush them all through for me. He told me what to do so that you can get your jerseys by the Super Bowl. All right. So if you win today, we'll have several winners today. Get me that information quick, and I will get the jersey out to you guys. Everybody else should be receiving their jerseys this week that won last week. John, I want to say all three playoff games. Okay. Packers, probably the least so. Rams and Commanders. You didn't give your score prediction until Friday before the game, but I had a good idea as to where Johnny Mac was leaning. We've been doing already shows for a week about this game. I haven't quite gotten a feel for where you're going to go. Now, I think you like the Birds in the game. I think that's my general inclination right now. What can you tell us about how you feel generally about this? I'm not asking you to make a prediction or anything, but I think the people got a good feel for where you were at this point going into the last couple of games. Where are you on this game?
Yeah, this game's much tighter. I mean, yeah, it was easy for me to pick the Eagles over the Packers. I thought it would be a tough game, but I thought they were clearly the better team playing at home. I thought it would be a tough game. The Rams even easier, and the Commanders even easier. Like I've said it pretty consistently. I still think the best team the Eagles played in the playoffs was the Green Bay Packers. They didn't play well, and the Eagles handled them pretty easily. I think the only reason the Rams were in the game is because of Eagles' unforced errors. And then I think the Commanders were obviously completely outclassed. So not their fault, but I don't think it was the toughest run to the Super Bowl in history, just to say, just to understate it. And that's one of my concerns, to be honest, because I think it goes way up in this game. But I do think they're the more talented team. And the reason you don't know is because I don't know. I don't know who I'm picking yet.
Yeah.
But I do think the Eagles are the more talented team from 1 through 53. But then you got to factor in greatest quarterback coach tandem of this, era of football, whatever you want to call it. And the GM himself said, they're in my head. I mean, they're in the band's head. Oh, Mahomes this, Mahomes that.
Oh,
and in many ways, this team beats people before they even take the field.
You don't think that's happening to the Eagles this week, do you?
I hope not. But the GM said they're in his head.
What else did the GM say? You said that there was some stuff off the record there. Anything else you can share with us?
Wasn't off the record. It was embargoed, a little bit off the record, but no one. I mean, he talked about the Kellen Moore stuff, and he again reiterated that that's his job. He has a different job, which I like when Howie tries to explain. Like, coach's job is win that week, do everything to beat the upcoming opponent. His job is to look at 2025, 2026, usually 3-year increments in his mind. So he's got to look at things. He would have not liked his Bryce Huff comments. He said he's very stubborn. He thinks he's a good player. Now, part of that is, what are you going to do? It's going to be, you can't cut him. It's going to be very difficult to trade. So they're going to probably try to reboot that. And then most of it was about his relationship with Andy. And, a lot for people that don't know, there is no Howie Roseman without Andy Reid. And that's part of it. When I talked about, it's one of the reasons I don't want Frank Reich back here, because Howie considers Andy basically his mentor. And he'll basically call him up at any time, except for the 2 weeks leading up to the Super Bowls.
Right.
And Andy's willing to help. So Andy's just a massive shadow over this organization. And he's almost revered. And I don't know if that's a good thing, because you want to go out and beat him. And he's almost, a mythical figure amongst the people here. And what he said, I was shocked, because Howie's usually, very used to these things. And I'm not going to say it's a mistake, but when he said, and there was about 15 of us there, only very small group of reporters that he spoke with. When he said they're in my head, I could see like 6 guys writing in their notebooks right away. It's like, oh boy, did he just say that? And he said it. And the only way to get him out of his head is to win this game. And I hope Andy's not in the head of the coaches, but we'll see.
We'll see how it all plays out. Johnny Mac, your final thoughts on today's edition. Monday, we're 6 days away. 6 days away, Johnny Mac.
6 days away. Boy, I wish it were tomorrow. I wish we could get to the game, but we got to go through all the rigmarole, as AJ said, for everyone else, not the players, not the coaches. But it's going to be an interesting game. I think it's far more interesting, as you said. I could have told you, all right, Eagles over the Rams, Eagles over the Commanders. I can't tell you that this week. This is a very close game on paper.
One last super chat I'll read to you, John, before we go. Tyler, thank you, man. We appreciate that. Andy Reid in here reading the chat feed from fans saying the Eagles are going to roll him so bad. He's packing up and heading back to KC. You guys scared him off. Woo.
Yeah, I think they're going to show up.
They're going to show up.
I think they're going to show up. Yeah, I mean, hey, good for fans having confidence, but I don't want to hear excuses if it goes a negative way. How about that?
I mean, I'm with you. There's no excuse. Look, you got 60 minutes to go and win a football game, to live in immortality forever. Job's not finished. Go out and get the job done, Johnny Mac.
Yeah, and I think everybody's hyper focused on that, and everybody certainly is pulling in that direction. I don't expect the stage to be too big for the Eagles, and that's all that matters. I think they'll play a good game, but they got to beat a good football team, and they got to beat a really good football team. And I don't think that was the case, at least from where they are. Not that the Washington Commanders aren't going to be a handful in years to come, but I don't think that was the case in the NFC Championship game. So, and I'd feel a little bit better if they were tested more in the playoffs. I did not like the teams they played. But again, that's not the Eagles' fault. Not their fault.
Right.
But it leaves questions in my mind because I'm not, it's not their fault, but I'm a little bit concerned. It leaves questions of like, all right, now you're getting that big uptick in an opponent. Hopefully, and I know Nick well enough that he's not going to approach it that way. I know Vic well enough that he's not going to approach it that way. They know that the Chiefs are, and Howie called them the standard as well. So we'll see how it goes.
We will see, no doubt about it. Johnny Mac, good show today, brother. We will do it again tomorrow, and then you're flying out to New Orleans on Wednesday. So a good week planned here on the shows. Will lead up all the way up to the game. You'll be in New Orleans starting on Wednesday. So Johnny Mac, great show, brother. We'll talk to you tomorrow on Birds 365. Enjoy media night, all right, or whatever you're watching. I think you're watching wrestling instead.
I shouldn't have said that. Yeah, I'm supposed to watch media night, but
you're not going to get anything out of it. I'll be watching media night though. All right, Johnny Mac, good show, man. I'll talk to you tomorrow. All right, brother.
All right, thanks everybody.
All right, see you. Good stuff from Johnny Mac joining the show here on Birds 365, the #1 Eagles beat reporter in town. We appreciate him for joining. What's going on, everybody? How is everybody feeling as we are 6 days away? All right, 6 days away now from the Super Bowl. 6 days away from the Super Bowl. All right, we're going up against the man, right? The man, that's what we're going up against. We're going up against the man. They got 2 Super Bowls in 2 years. They got 3 in the last, 4 years? 3 in the last 5 years? Going for 4 in the last 6 years? Woo! Woo! You got to beat this team, man. You got to knock this team off. So how's everybody feeling? Prince says he's feeling shitty about these weak-ass likes. Yeah, we got awful like count. So much so that I might cancel today's giveaway. You guys are saying it in the chat. Bird Gang Girl, what's going on? How you doing? Look at Godfrey. This guy's been crying. He's been listening to the show. Godfrey, go cry somewhere else, dude. Hit the like button and super chats like tipping the wait staff. Dude, if you don't like the show or don't want to support, then go somewhere else. Nobody's begging you to be here, big dog. Nobody's begging you to be here. Dumbass. This guy's been making dumbass comments all day. Godfrey, I don't know if Godfrey's made a good comment yet, and he's made quite a bit of them. Not a good comment yet out of Godfrey. Dank Bird Gang says, I wonder if the floodgates are going to open because the Chiefs are in so many close games. Yeah, I don't know, Dank. I think when you get to this many, I think when you get to this many close games, that becomes a feather in their cap. I think. Like if you win 3 close games, it's like, all right, could the dam open? Are they good at? Is it at any point could they break? But when you have how many of that? 13. 13. That to me is skill. They know how to win close games. David Ash, what's up, David? Good to see you, my man. It's going to be a long week. Can't wait for Sunday. No doubt about it. Nina, what's going on? Good to see you in here, Nina. Callie, baby, what's up, Callie? 6 days out, brother. 6 days out from this Super Bowl. 6 days out, man. Should be good. Gary says, don't piss Zander off. Gary, I'm on edge, bro. I'm on edge, all right? We got 6 days until the Super Bowl, all right? I got a bunch of jerseys to give away. Everybody else has been sent out. And I also sent for those who like to hear this one. Actually, I think I got it back here. All right. William, this is your jersey. This is packed up and ready to go. This is Jerome Brown jersey for Cilia. All right. This is the Jerome Brown jersey for Cilia. So if we win, I told Cilia, you got to show up on the postgame show wearing an Eagles jersey. So he's going to have the Jerome Brown jersey, which is one jersey he will wear. All right. So that's pretty good right there. That's pretty good. I'm excited about that. I'm excited about Big Sills having it. So, yeah, please, Zander. Yeah, so hopefully that gets the Big Sills in time. It actually should. I got to get that sucker to my in the post office. Make Sills a homer. Not going to happen, Joe. That will never happen. But listen, if we win the Super Bowl, what can you do? You tip your cap and you give this Eagles team credit. And then Celia will have to do that. He knows that. He knows if they win, man, he knows if they win that they're going to be tipping the cap. They're going to be tipping the cap. There's William in there. William, thanks for a great email, brother. Appreciate your support. Brian Pumper checks in. You fools in the chat. We playing Patty in the dark and the dark arts. Same dark arts that got LeBron, Ramon James, his Prince Luca for peanuts. Yeah, what the? I'm not an NBA guy, all right? I used to be. It's funny. Growing up, NBA was my favorite. I loved the NBA. And I was a hockey player, so I loved the NHL. I played, I loved the NHL, but I loved basketball, man. I'll never forget when I was a kid. I remember where I was when LeBron made the announcement. And I just don't like it the same as I used to. I really don't. I don't like it the same as I used to, the NBA. But what the hell was that trade? Guy goes to the finals last year, puts up 70 last year. And you're and you're trading him for one first? I don't know what the hell is going on. I don't know what the hell is going on with that. There you go. Master Chief with a good spin. Master Chief, I was getting a lot of shit for my red hat. I honestly didn't even think about it. I just put on this. I got the red polos on. I'm like, all right, the red hat matches. And then everyone's like, the Kansas City Chiefs red. I'm like, no, it's not that. It's not that. I promise you. All right. Dirty Air. You know what I put on yesterday, man? I was tuning into NASCAR thinking of you, brother. I was thinking of you. That's why I saw it on Fox. And I'm like, you know what? Let me watch that. And boy, I'll tell you what, I don't know how I haven't watched it sooner, Dirty Air. It's my type of thing, man. Mustangs and Chevys and Toyotas, all sorts of stuff that I like. So, Cody Cat, I like this. Xander's wearing the blood of the enemy. I love it, Cody K. Good stuff. Good stuff. Oh, look who returned. Opportunistic Izzy has returned for the giveaway. Oh, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. Ferrari red, I'll take that. I'll take that. I'll take that. 956 says, change the Kango. Can't be reffing Chiefs colors this week. 956, I love you. I appreciate your support, but don't tell me what to do, okay? Don't tell me what to do. I will wear whatever I want to wear, okay? Whatever I want to wear is what I will wear. I didn't think about no damn Chiefs colors when I put this hat on. It matches my damn polo logo. All right? What I wear on the show has no impact on the game. Has no impact on the game. Where are we at on likes, by the way? I got to do a giveaway. We're 6 days from the Super Bowl, but boy, you guys are not showing out today. I thought the people would be showing out today, and they're not quite showing out. Yeah, Abe, I'm with you. I'm with you. I mean, what all these men telling me what to wear. The day I take fashion advice from one of you knuckleheads, and this is no knock on any of you guys, is the day that I've lost my swag. It's the day that I've lost my mentality, my persona, my intangibles, if you will. My intangibles. I don't need none of you men telling me what to wear. I don't let anybody tell me. I don't even let chicks tell me what to wear. All right? I don't let chicks tell me what to wear. Like this. Nah, never mind. I won't say that. All right, here we go. Look at James Jones. James Jones sent me a picture rocking his Commander jersey. He's got these nasty fingernails. He's smoking cigarettes, and he's telling me how cheesy I look. Yo, James, I love you, pal. But take a lap, all right? Take a lap. Take a freaking lap. Bruce, I don't need any help in that regard, all right? I don't need any help in that regard, Bruce. I promise you, I don't need help there. Jason A-Team says, the fact that you're only here for a giveaway is sad. Nah, most of these people aren't. We've had a lot of winners, Jason. And the one thing I love about our community is, of course, some people are excited about the giveaways. That's I can't be mad at that. I promote them. So, you know, can't get mad about people being happy for him. That's what, you know, I like doing it. So I get it. But, you know, most of our winners are good supporters of the show. You know, most of our winners are good supporters of the show. You know, we got a lot of legend members. Last week we had 6 giveaways on Friday. 6 of them on Friday, which was a lot. All right, here's going to be my rule for today's giveaway. All right. I don't want any repeat winner today. All right. I want new winners today for the giveaways. All right. Even the legend giveaways. I want new winners. Okay. So if you've won multiple times, that's dope. I appreciate you. Obviously, I'm not going to do this forever. You can win multiple times through the off season and stuff. But if you've already won something in the last, let's say 2-3 weeks, you know, I want a new winner here. I want to get everybody all geared up. I want to make as many people pumped. So we'll go for a new winner today. All right. Flex says, nah, Flex is winning. SMD, you can certainly win. You have not won. You have not yet won. Lucius says, so I have a chance. You always got a chance, Lucius. RMP says, I need a hat or something. We'll see, RMP. Yeah, Brandon, yours is on the way. Canadian Brandon. Canadian. But how about Brandon earlier? He's like, I was going to pay $6,000. I would be at the Super Bowl if they were $6,000. I'm like, look at this big dog. 6 G's to go to a football game ain't cheap, my man. Jeff Martin says, I haven't won shit. Age discrimination. Nah, no discrimination. If you do, you know, blame the picker. James, I know James is not crying wolf right now. James, I know you're not crying wolf. Wait a second. This guy's the one in the chat who cries at people for arguing back and forth. Look at you. You're a softie. Somebody chirps you in a YouTube chat and you can't take it. This guy chirps the host. The host chirps back at James. And now he cries wolf. You're going to knock me down after work. Oh, my God. Holy shit, James. You sound like my sister. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my God. William Stark, here's to a new winner. His is going out today. I mean, James Jones going full flake on us. He's going full flake on us. I mean, you can't bash me in the chat and then not be able to. You can bash me. It's fine. A lot of you guys bash me all the time. I don't care. It doesn't bother me. All right. But James, you just went softy mixed soft. Like I've never seen you go that soft, James. I'm praying everything's all right for you at home. Maybe something's going on, and that's why you went extra soft on us today. Flexing, can you tell this dude? I mean, how many times have you and James Jones been going after folks in the chat? And then you say, don't become a snow. James Jones just went full flake on us. And then he justified it. He says, literally, though, bro, I couldn't wait. All I thought all that day was that jersey not work. I don't know what you're even saying now. I was happy you won. What's up, Nate? Good to see you, brother. Should I do a giveaway today? I don't know. I'm not feeling any juice. I'm not feeling any juice in this in the chat room. You know, I'm going to do some live streaming tonight. I might do some live streaming tonight. I want to try and set up a TV right in front of me so I can watch and do I'll watch the media day and we can kind of do some reactions to it. Talk to you guys, get a couple updates. Get a couple updates from the great people of JAKIB Nation. I already read that. I get all our supers today. I got all the supers. David, what's going on, man? How you doing, brother? It's going to be 50 today. 18. Is that right? Yesterday it was cold, man. Devin, Devin sent me a picture of Devin wearing the jersey. All right, let me give Devin some love, all right? Devin deserves some love. So last week I gave Devin some shit on the show. My bad, Devin. And it was really not Devin's fault. It was mainly me. You know, I'm emailing him. I'm late on my emails. He's like, I don't see these emails right away. So I just want to thank Devin, all right, for his great support. He sent me a dope photo of him rocking his new jersey with his JAKIB beanie that he ordered. So really cool. Devin, I appreciate you, brother. Thank you for all the support. Devin's the man. Chasen checks in. What's up, Chasen? Hey, man, thank you for the support on Twitter the other day. Been going through it this week, but you reaching out meant a lot. Let's get this win. Hurts for MVP. Chasen, I appreciate you, man. I'm thinking of you. I'm praying for you. I hope everything goes all right. I told you I'm thinking of you, and I'm praying for you, for your family, man. I am, and I mean that. So I hope everything's all right with you, brother. And I hope during this tough time for you, you can get some enjoyment, get some freedom, perhaps, you know, from the things that will live in your mind, just from, you know, maybe an escape, right? An escape from the real world by listening to the content. So thank you, Chase, and thanks for the $10, bro. And no problem at all to send you some love. You know, I love and appreciate all of our great members here on JAKIB Sports. You guys are all family. I say that to you often, but I mean it. I mean it. I view you guys like family. So awesome, Lucius. Lucius says, Zander, forgot to update. My dad's out of the hospital. Awesome, Lucius. That's great stuff, man. Great stuff. I'm thinking of you too. I got a lot of people I'm thinking of. And if Matt Dio, I'm thinking of you. Everybody that sends me notes, I always keep you in my prayers, all right? My daily prayers. So I appreciate that. I appreciate that support. And that super chat made me feel a little better. So maybe we will do a giveaway today. Maybe we will do a giveaway today. All right. I got a bunch of jerseys. You know, wait 1 sec. Let me do one thing, bud. All right. Sorry for the delay. Sorry for the delay. I'm friends with my post guy. I got to put those. He takes the giveaways for me. When I wrap them up, I print the labels and he takes them for me. So I just wanted to make sure I put them in the right spot before he got here. So thanks for the patience, everybody. My apologies on walking away from the screen for a couple of minutes. All right. I thought we had a pretty good show today. It's tough. It's going to be a tough week with guests. You know, John's going to be in New Orleans, so I'll have to coordinate that. You got to, I mean, so there's a whole bunch of stuff going on. All right, what jerseys do I got? You know, I was going to do 3 jerseys today, but I don't know. I don't feel like 3 jerseys has been warranted yet today. All right, so maybe I'll do one. Maybe I'll just do one. One winner. And it might be a legend winner. Got Saquon, got Zach Bond, got Jalen Hurts, got Jordan Mailata, Jalen Carter, and Cooper DeJean. All right, so we got a lot of good jerseys. All right, I got a few different sides. Devin, don't worry. I take care of I'm one of those people, Devin, that I take care of all the people in the neighborhood. Trash guy comes. I make sure he's got water, make sure he gets whatever he needs. I'm one of those people. I love the people that are workers like that. I always try and bless them or just have a good relationship with them. You know, I think a lot of these people, a lot of people aren't cool to him. So Devin said, it's actually a good call. I maybe should give him a jersey. I maybe should give him a jersey, man. That would be pretty cool. Pretty cool to do. I try and do that though for all the great town workers, you know, the post office guys, the trash truck guys, all sorts of that stuff. So you should always do that for your people. Always do that for the great people, man. It goes a long way, man. People like that. Izzy B, I ain't giving you shit with the way you was chirping earlier today. In fact, Izzy B, I'm removing your name from the giveaway. Oh, Devin, I didn't realize you were. Actually, no, I think you told me that before. We appreciate that. Hell yeah, man. No doubt about it. Corey, let's go, Corey. Look at Corey. The Kango is fire. These guys don't know swag at all. That's so true. No, it shouldn't have been Chester. I hope not. I hope not. Let me double check that for you. Let me double check that. I hope not. I didn't get a notification that it was down. No, it's up. It's up. Should be good. Chester, should be good. All right, here we go. Let's get to a giveaway. All right, let's get to a giveaway. Devin Miller, Altoona, PA. I love it. Yeah, Wayne, it's actually 2 years. 2 years. 2 years, brother. So it's not next season. It's the 2026 season. So the year that we're going to be going for the three-peat is when we'll be in Australia. How about that? How about that? Hell yeah, Nate. Every guy tells me that, man. That's why I always do it. I get him a nice cold-ass water. Bring it out to him. Especially in the summer days, man. Especially in the summer days, no doubt. No doubt. I'm happy to hear that some of you guys are in here and I appreciate that stuff. I always try and do that. A little Altoona in the chat, I said. Yo, Devin, that Kango was crazy dope. That Kango was crazy dope. Jalen Hurts had the Fergora on. Where's my guy, Abe? Where's my guy, Abe? Is Abe in the chat? Abe, are you out here? Where is Abe? Abe was chirping the Fergoras. I'll tell you what, Jalen's got some swag, though. He knows how to make something. He knows how to make shit look dope, man. Sometimes you just got to tip your cap. Jalen's got some freaking swag. Yeah, bro, they're called Fergora. They have them in every style. They got them in this style, regular hat. Jalen Hurts showed up in that thing. He looked smooth as hell, man. That was a fly hat he was rocking. STP with $2. Thank you, STP. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. SMD, you know I'm not just discovering Kangos. You know I'm not. You've been around here long enough to know that I have not just exposed to Kangos for the first time. Look at Caesar. What's up, Caesar? We are 6 days away from the most important day for us Birds fans from the southern part of the world here in Chile. Let's effing go. Let's go, Caesar. Caesar sent me a great email, by the way. Caesar, I hope you don't mind me disclosing. I'm not going to disclose everything. But of kind of his story about how he became an Eagle fan. He lives in the other side of the world. So really cool email. Really dope email. And Eagles Nation is really cool. The way that we welcome everybody in. So that's cool. That was a good email, Caesar. I always appreciate emails like that. I get a lot of good emails from the great people of JAKIB Nation. Yes, there you go, SMD. My pops is the real king of Kangos. I've been seeing Kangos since I came out of the womb. And my mom has been telling my dad, take off your hat for 30 years. And that's where I learned that you never tell people how to tell you, never let people tell you how to dress. All right. even the women in your life. Sorry to all the ladies in the chat. Sorry to all the ladies in the chat. James M says, great show, Jake. Thank you, bro. Thank you, bro. Appreciate that. All right, we're going to do a giveaway. I'm going to share the link. Actually, I think Crowley's been sharing it. You know, I reached out to Crowley last week, one of our great viewers, and I wanted to send Crowley something. He's such a selfless guy. You can tell. You can just tell by the way Crowley talks. I didn't talk to him, but just by the way he types and speaks. Crowley, I appreciate you, man. You're a cool dude. You're a cool-ass dude. All right, let me get this giveaway stuff. If you guys think that I lost my train of thought because I read a comment. My bad. You guys are used to my shenanigans by this point, though. There you go. That's a good song, SMD Eagles. That's a great song. A little ZZ Top. Yeah, Crowley's goated. Crowley deserves something. I might do a picked winner this week. Just Kirsten says, your mama got her hands full. Yes, she does. Yes, she does. The best mama in the world is my mama. I know everybody says they have the best mama. There ain't no mama like my mama. I promise you that. Ain't no mama like my mama. Jeff Martin, that's a funny comment. All right, I got my list. All right. I got the great list of people. Now, I would like to do a legend giveaway today too. All right. So maybe we'll do 2 jerseys. I was leaning toward 3 jerseys. All right. I was leaning toward 3, but I think I'm going to do 2. I think I'm going to do 2. I'm going to do 2. We got 422 members. 422 members. That's pretty sick, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that. Shout out Papa Krause. Papa Krause is another legend. Ain't no pops like my pops either. Here we go. All right, giveaway winner 1 will be regular member. All right, so if you're a member and you're a regular JAKIB fan member, $5 a month you pay. I appreciate the $5 you give us every single month. That's really cool of you. It goes a long way in helping our channel, keeping the shows on the air, keeping all the production costs, obviously, everything that comes with it. So we do appreciate everybody that does that. It means a lot to me, and I appreciate your support as well. So we're going to do a giveaway for all those people now. We got a new member over the weekend, Muhammad Malik. Muhammad, thank you, brother. I'm not sure if you're in here right now, but we do appreciate you becoming a member yesterday. And Jared Hatfield was on our Saturday show. He says, I work on every Monday through Friday. I always listen to your show after, but it's great to be here for a live. So Jared Hatfield became a member. Jared Hatfield, thank you, brother. All right. Giveaway winner, first jersey. All right. What jersey should we do? Now, I should have done the legend first because I want the legend to be able to pick. I want the legend to be able to pick their jersey. Last week we did a legend winner and they picked. All right. It was William Stark and he picked the Saquon XL. All right. So maybe I will do the legend winner first. All right. Let me see if I can organize this again. That's what I got to do is I got to organize it again. How do I organize? Sort. There we go. Boom. All right. I figured out how to extract the legends easy. How many legends do we have? I'm going to do the legend first, and then we're going to do a regular giveaway winner, okay? A regular member winner. So if you're a JAKIB legend, I'm going to give away something for you first. All right. We got 60 legend members. So we have passed 59, which was the goal with Super Bowl 59. So pretty dope. Pretty dope. Now the one thing I want to do for these, I got 7 jerseys left because I gave away the Jerome Brown to Cilio. All right. I got 7 jerseys left. I would like these 7 to have new winners. All right. I know a lot of people have won sometimes before. I want 7 new winners this week. After those 7 are gone, it's going to open back up again. You can win again. You can have multiple wins, whatever the case may be. All right. Because many of you, obviously, if you're a legend member, that's big support. So I don't want to fully limit, but I do want to do this week because I only have so much to give away and I want new people to win. All right. I want new people to win. Get that. That's falling over. Yes, Pete, giveaways are only for members. So Pete, if you're new here, we do giveaways. I've done a lot of giveaways. We've given away like 60, 70 things in the last month and change. All right, when did I start giving away stuff heavy? Like right before Christmas, right? A couple weeks before Christmas. So we're probably 6, 7 weeks of doing a bunch of giveaways. Yeah, Brian, that's pretty crazy, man. 60 legend members is really impressive. So if anybody's upgrading today, let me know. I will wait for you on the list and I'll add you on. The legend member. All right, this is what I have. I have a Cooper DeJean jersey. I have a Jalen Carter jersey. I have a Jordan Mailata jersey. I have a Jalen Hurts jersey. I have a Saquon Barkley jersey. And I have a Zach Bond jersey. All right. So those are the 7 jerseys I have. Pretty good variety of names, I think at least. Now you have to find the right size. That'll be probably the tough part. All right. That'll be the tough part. But my guy doesn't have any more jerseys. So I can't go back and get you a new size right now. So, so those are the jerseys I'm doing. And that'll be for a legend. So the legend that wins today, you'll be able to pick. You'll be able to pick whatever jersey you want. All right. So whatever jersey of those that I just read off, I will do that. Okay. Let me share up this screen. Any new legend? We're not getting any new legend on today. That would be crazy. We've had a pretty good run of adding legend members. And that's been dope. So I appreciate you guys for doing that. Will any new legend member get in here today? I see you guys talking about that guy, Janky. He is, bro, his content is hilarious. I think it was Abe who sent me that. Abe, you sent me that? Holy shit, man. That guy is really funny. He's really good. Really good. I give him a lot of credit, man. He's a good creator. He is a good creator for sure. Good creator. Kyle Kokorski checks in. Zander, this could be the beginning of something special. I agree, man. I agree. It could be the beginning of something big. Yeah, Abe, I saw that email. Was it this weekend? I thought he put it up last week. Was it the one when AJ was sitting there and gaming? AJ was sitting there gaming? Yeah, he's a Redskins guy. Or a Commanders guy, whatever it is you want to call him. Whatever it is you want to call him. Oh, they did another video? I got to watch that. They played each other on a video game? I didn't see that. I'll have to check that out after the show. I got a lot of stuff going on. I'm a busy guy this week. I got a busy week. Busy week, which I'm sure you guys obviously know. And I hope you guys are all locked in, all right, for the content all week. We're going to have a bunch of stuff. All right, here we go. Edgar, thank you for being a member. Terry Hayes, Brandon Senft. I don't know if I'm pronouncing his name right. Brandon, I appreciate you. Master Chief Nugget, Lucius the Show, Jay Parker, Mac Aaliyah, James M, David Esch. All right, no repeat winners today. You guys know that. I've already told you that. So Derek Elmore's on here. Philly Don, Josh B. Josh B can win. He didn't win a legend giveaway. All right, he's eligible to win. Dirty Air won. Who else won? Brandon Howard won. Actually, I could check on your giveaway, Brandon Howard, because yours was the only one that they didn't give me a date because it's Canada. You crazy Canadians. All you crazy Canadians. Wow, look at this. Oh, wait, I got a great story about this, too. Andrew Hernandez checks in. Yo, Z, I'm about to welcome my firstborn, and his due date is the Super Bowl. What the F? Yo, that is crazy, man. That is crazy. What a blessing that day will be for you. Congratulations, man, on the coming birth of your firstborn, of your son, it sounds like. So pretty awesome, man. Congratulations. And that's really dope. That is really dope. You're probably, is that like a good thing and a bad thing? Because you're probably just want to put your ass on the couch, kick your feet up, get some wings, some pizza, some drinks, and watch the game. But you're not going to be doing that, my man. You're not going to be doing that. Your world has changed now, Andrew. Name the kid Saquon. Reminds me of the comment from Hugh Douglas. Oh, SB Ricky's in here. SB Ricky, I was about to tell your story. So SB Ricky, actually his jersey's supposed to deliver today. SB Ricky, he got the first Jalen Carter jersey. But he sent me an email when he won the giveaway of my wife is, we're going to have our baby girl tomorrow. So a lot of new little JAKIB legends, little new JAKIB fans coming in. So I love it, man. Congratulations to all of our great viewers for anything great you have going on in your life. That's really cool, and we love hearing about it. So thank you so much. I'm checking on Brandon Howard's. Let me check Brandon Howard's. I love, shout out to Josh B for making me get on Ship Station. Your thing right now is in Jamaica, New York as of February 2nd. 9:58. All right. So Brandon, I hope your jersey comes before the Super Bowl, but no promises. You're the one who decided to live in Canada. All right. Everybody else is set to deliver. Ricky Young's supposed to deliver today. SB Ricky. Bird Gang Girl is supposed to deliver today. Big Trags is supposed to deliver today. Corey's is supposed to deliver today. Keese is supposed to deliver today. And Devin Parker got his yesterday or on Saturday. All right. So it's your fault for living in Canada. Where's Johnny Mac? 8 to 10, Travis. He leaves at 10 a.m. He leaves at 10 a.m. 8 to 10 a.m. We were on. Are you moving to Philly? Brandon says, I'm moving to Philly, Zander. Canada self-destructed. Yeah, not the greatest place. Travis says, show sucks with Johnny Mac. So he came in and said, where's Johnny Mac? And then he says, show sucks with Johnny Mac. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't, Travis. That's why 14 to 15,000 Eagles fans a day listen to our show every single day. You know what the average watch time on Birds 365 is? Over an hour. Over an hour. Okay? Men lie, women lie, numbers don't. All right? No, it's fine if he's hating because there's always going to be haters. There's always going to be haters. But to have 10 to 15,000 people a day listen to your show and then they listen for over an hour, sorry, big guy. Your opinion has no merit here. Yeah, let's kick the Grays. Good idea. Izzy B's first good idea of the day. Took her a little bit to get warmed up, but she got one in the chamber. Took her a little bit, but she got one. All right. Kick the Grays. The Grays are done. The Grays are done. Grays are out of here. Brandon says, I'm revoking my Canadian citizenship. Yeah, well, talk about things I have zero desire to do. Is that would become a citizen of Canada. Sorry, man. I don't know. I'm not high on the priority list. Get to Canada. I've been to Canada many times, actually. When I played hockey as a kid, you see my goalie mask back there. I played hockey as a kid. Obviously, Canada is a good place for hockey. So we had a bunch of tournaments there I used to go to. And I've also gone skiing. Where are all my skiers in the chat? A lot of great skiers in the chat that reach out to me. I have been to Mont Tremblant. That was actually one of the funnest trips I've ever had. So I'll give Canada that. I will give Canada that. Mont Tremblant in Quebec. That is a great spot. You get beaver tails, they're called, and sugar on snow. So sugar on snow, they boil maple syrup, and then you put it on top of a slate of packed in snow, and you roll your like a popsicle stick, and it's boiled maple syrup. It's so good. So good. I love maple syrup though, so that might just be a me thing. I'm not sure. Jesse G says, I've been listening to Johnny Mac since 2016. You won't get any support from me with J-Mac slander. That's all right. People like Jesse, if you don't have any people slandering you, then you're probably not doing much. So it's all right. We got our haters. I love them. Haters, I love you too. Come on, come get a hug from Big Z. I'll give you a hug. You need it. Whatever it is you need. I always get a kick out of the people who leave the comments, though. I'm like, it's YouTube. I know how YouTube works. Believe me, I'm a YouTube user. There's like 100 videos to choose from any given time you open up YouTube. But you chose to come here and comment that you were mad about it. I'm like, well, you down bad. All right, let's do this giveaway. Enough yapping. I've had Vermont. Don't worry, Tyler. I love Vermont maple syrup is the best in the world, no doubt. So David says, I've had some beaver in the ice. Very nice. Yeah, the beaver they call them beaver tails. They're like fried thin bread, and you can get like Nutella. You get all sorts of stuff on there. Yeah, that's really good. All right, let's do this giveaway. First one, this is for legends. All right, the legend that wins today will be a new winner, number one. And number two, they will have a choice of what jersey they want. All right, from the pile. So I got 7 jerseys here. Okay. They vary in sizes. I have medium. I got mediums. I got large. I got extra large. And I got 2XL. All right. So medium, large, extra large, 2XL. I got 4 sizes. All right. Most people will fall within that size range. Some will not. Some will not. All right. Here we go. If you won already and your name is picked, I'm just going to do a redraw, okay? So don't get too excited. Don't get too excited. Chip says, give me a hug with a new jersey. I got you. I got you. I've been to Vermont, SMD says. Yeah, I've been to Vermont. All right, here we go. One shuffle. There's Izzy B. I was chirping her earlier, but she's still on here. Thanks for being a legend member. No limits on here. Vulnerable Vitality. Philly Don. Schmidt Digler. Howard Nolte. Jay Patterns. Josh B. Chad Whitaker. Edgar. 2 shuffles. Lucius the Show. 3 shuffles. David Esch. Mac and Not the Truck. I know you wanted me to search your name. There it is, brother. You're a legend. Thank you for being a legend member. Mad Dio. Derek Elmore. Brian Fleming. All right. Start. Let's go. There we go. 4, 3, 2, 1. Vulnerable Vitality. He's a big Johnny Mac fan. Let me go and see. Is he in here? Vulnerable, are you here? I guess you don't have to be here because it's a legend member. You don't have to be here. But I think I have him on X. They're in jail. No, they're not. Where is Prince? Is Prince in here? Prince was in here earlier. Congrats, Vitality. There you go. No, they didn't. They didn't win one yet. I would know. That's a memorable. Oh, my God. James Jones is down bad. James Jones, are you in the chat? I need to rip you for this publicly. I'm sorry, James Jones, but you are getting ripped for this publicly. So James Jones comes in my chat and starts chirping me, Goofy and your Goofy Kango and this and that and all sorts of talk. I chirped back at him one time. The guy's wearing a Jaden Daniels jersey I sent him. I could have easily said, F you, you're not an Eagle fan. You're done. And now, not only did he justify it in the chat, I have multiple DMs from James Jones crying about my chirp on him. Yo, James, you got to be kidding me, bro. James Jones, you got to be kidding me. Oh, my God. Flexen, you better never let him hear the end of this. You better never let him hear the end of this. I mean, the DMs? You went to the DMs, Jammers? Oh, man. Oh, man. James Jones, I love you, pal. You looked great in your Commander jersey. But holy shit. Holy shit. I was on here to look for Vulnerable Vitality. Yeah, look, there he is. Volman Vitt, his name is. See that? I follow him. You won the legend giveaway. You DM'd me not long ago. We got a new member. Is that a legend member or a regular member? Let's see. Welcome in, Frank. Thank you, man. I'm about to do a giveaway for regular members, so thanks for getting in. James Jones is still crying. Oh, Jammers. Oh, man, Jammers. I'm sorry, pal. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry, man. James, I didn't have to do you like this, but I did. I'm sorry. Holy crap. All right. Congrats to Vulnerable Vitality. I just sent him a message. All right. So he should be good to go. He should be good to go. Now, let me get our new first jersey regular member. All right. So the problem with Vitality is he was supposed to pick his jersey, and he's not going to pick his jersey. So that's going to be a miss for him. So the next winner, I will let you pick. Okay? Even without being a legend member, I will let you pick. How's that sound? I will let you pick. $421 members. Actually, 422 now. Because we just added Frank _ from Philly. Frank, I assume you're from Philly. Welcome to the club. You and me both. Well, I'm from outside of Philly. I'm not one of those people that proclaims grew up inside the city. I grew up in the suburbs. Right north, though. Very close. Very close. I'm a mile and a half from Broad Street. Mile and a half. You go down north up Broad Street. When Broad Street ends, turns into Old York Road. 2 miles north from there is where I grew up. At a mile and a half, 2 miles north. For those who know the area. For those who know the area. Tyler Conger says, yo, Z, I better be in there, my boy. Don't sandbag me. Tyler, you must not know me very well. I would never sandbag you. Are you crazy? I don't sandbag anybody. Tyler Conger, there he is. I'm not a sandbagger, all right? You might not like me, or you might think I'm abrasive or whatever. I am not a sandbagger. That's wrong. So, Tyler, you're in there, brother. I know you and I love you, my guy. I love you too, brother. I appreciate you. Yeah, Chris, is James Jones still crying? Oh, my God, James. James, how many times a week are you in the chat making fun of people who cry because Flexion's picking on them or something like that? I mean, I give you one comment. One comment. Oh, my goodness. SMB, a lot of people say I'm very abrasive. I'm surprised you say that. I can be abrasive for sure. I definitely can be abrasive. My girlfriend tells me that often. She wants me to be a buttercup all day. I ain't no buttercup. All right. I ain't a buttercup. I promise you that. I am no buttercup. All right. 422 members. I love you all. Frank from Philly. Thank you, brother. Frank from Philly in the building. Me too, Flex. Me too, Flex. And sometimes I don't think that's a bad thing. Actually, always I don't think that's a bad thing. All right, here we go. The winner will get to pick their jersey, but you must be present to win. So we could be here for a little bit. And the people who are done with the red Kango, you could get your wish. I could be shifting to a green Kango. Despite the mismatch. I could be shifting to the green Kango. 1 shuffle, 2 shuffles, 3 shuffles, and you got to be a new winner today. All right, those are the rules for today. You got to be a new winner. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Dakota already. Whoa, wait. Has Dakota won? Dakota won JAKIB merch. I think I'm going to give Dakota this win. You guys are going to get so mad at me if I do that. I always flake on my rules. If Dakota's in here, Dakota won JAKIB merch. I know because he just got his JAKIB merch. He didn't win a jersey. Sue's like, of course. Don't worry, Sue. I'll have something planned. Don't worry. I'll have something planned. Wait, Dakota's got to be here first. Dakota's got to be here. I agree. It's not the same. You win JAKIB merch or you win a jersey. That's way different. If Dakota is here, see, he might not be here. I haven't seen Dakota. Dakota's a guy you see in the chat. So is Dakota here? Devin, that's my question. Now, this is not a legend. This is not a legend. This is not a legend giveaway here. Is Dakota in here? Yeah, he's a chatter, Siglord. You're right. You're right. If I get a little love, if I get some super chats, if I get some likes, if I get some upgraded memberships, you guys are not, normally you guys say Zander can be bought, and you guys pick up on this very quickly. I'm a little surprised at the lack of picking up on it today. I got 7 jerseys, and my goal was that I want everybody to get it before the Super Bowl. So if you win on Wednesday, the chance of you getting it before the Super Bowl is unlikely. So today is a day I can easily be bought. I can easily be bought to give away a bunch of shit today. All right. So if we get some supers, if we get some likes, if we get some members upgraded, I will give away more shit. He's out of here. Let's get a new winner. Dakota, I love you. I'm sorry, brother. Yeah, show me the money, baby. That's right. Show me the money. All right, here we go. Here we go. New winner, Dakota, I love you. You're done. 1 shuffle, 2 shuffles, 3 shuffles. Look at this is a classic strategy, if you will. Frank from Philly says, I love the show, Zander. Frank, thank you, brother. Frank becomes a member. We got jerseys flying off the shelves, and he's buttering me up. Buttering me up like the buttercup I just referenced. Frank, well done, my friend. I don't know how many shuffles I did, so we're going to rattle off 3 more. Let's go. New winner. You got to be present to win. You got to be present to win. 2, 1. C-Mill. C-Mill. Fill up the juice cup. Let's get some new winners. Zach Lambert says, we got to get this win this weekend. Make my year. Go Birds. Glad you changed the rules. Hoping to get a shot of the jersey. Yeah, Zach, you'll be good. You'll be good. If you won JAKIB merch, that's a little different. All right, it's a little different. I'll make some amends for that. JT Philly, thank you, brother. JT Philly, I think he won JAKIB merch last week too. Forgive me if I forget, man. I got a lot of winners. All right, but the good news is my entire winner list has green check marks next to it. You know what that means, right? That means that their giveaway has been ordered or sent out. Okay? Ordered or sent out. So if you won something, Dank Bird Gang won, JT Philly, Zach Lambert, Primo, and Philly Don, and William Stark were our 6 winners from Friday. All of them have been ordered. All right. The JAKIB merch doesn't come from me. All right. It comes right from the warehouse that holds our stuff. So they print it as you order, and they'll ship it right to you. So unfortunately for you, you won't get a Z note. All right. You won't get a famous Z note. I didn't give Cilio a Z note either. I sent him the Jerome Brown jersey. Maybe I should have given Cilio a Z note. I did give William Stark a Z note. Okay. Is C Mel in here? You guys are all worried about the giveaway. I'm rambling about nothing. You guys are worried about the giveaway. All right, C-Mel is done. C-Mel, you're done. I'll go one more pull before I go to Princess Zander. Why did you hand check James Jones? That's not what I did. I didn't. No, Prince. When someone claps at you, Prince, you know what I do? I clap the fuck back, Prince. Okay? I clap back. All right? James took a shot at me for my red hat. I pulled up his goofy ass picture and I fucking ripped him. I ripped him to high heavens. All right? And he can't stop crying about it. Look at him. He's still freaking crying about it. He's still crying about it. Stalker. He's still crying. He's our Commander fan. And as far as I'm concerned, I can shred James Jones all off season. We just beat him 55-23. All right? 55-23. Look at this. A cat dog. That reminds me of, what's that show from back in the day? What was that on? Cartoon Network? Cat Dog? Wasn't that a show? 1999 Super Sticker. Thank you. Thank you, Cat Dog. Was that a show? I'm not tripping, right? Wasn't it like half cat, half dog? Yeah, Cat Dog. Yeah, I remember that show. I remember that. Half cat, half dog, no asshole. Interesting comment. Nickelodeon. All right, I was wrong. Yeah, so wait, I was in a weird position. Yeah, I was in a weird circumstance there today. I got to ask you guys about this. All right, so, people ask, what was your childhood show? All right. Well, one of my favorite shows when I was a kid, and I wasn't a big I really was not a big TV watcher, but there was one show I loved. All right, when I was a youngster. All right, and I'm in a circle. This was during the holidays. All right, and I'm sitting at a dinner table. I'm not with my family. I'm with my girlfriend. I'm with like all her family. All right, and they're asking the question of one of your favorite childhood shows. And I said one of my childhood shows, and every single person at the table, every single person had a blank face. They're like, I don't know that show. I never heard of that show. Brian, you already got it. I don't know that show. I'm like, what? You guys don't know this show? And it was a weird moment because I'm like, what? How do you not know the show? So who knows the show Rocket Power? Who knows the show Rocket Power? All right. My guy, see, this is why I like Brian Waddington, Rocket Power. Before I even said it, he was on it. Ed, and Eddie was funny. Rocket Power was great. Rocket Power was the best show. Wait, so I said this show and the whole table, I'm talking 10 people, maybe 10, 12, 14 people are like, huh? What is that? I've never heard of that. What was that on? I'm like, man, y'all stink. You guys watch the lame ass shows. The lame ass shows. What did they like? SpongeBob SquarePants? You got to be kidding me. It might have been Nickelodeon. I think it was Nickelodeon. Welcome, Cat Dog. Oh, did Cat Dog become a member? Yeah, Cat Dog became a member. Heck yeah, Cat Dog. Thank you so much. And thank you for your $20 super sticker as well. Okay? There you go. We're getting a little bit of love here. We're getting a little bit of love in the chat. Slowly but surely, it's coming. Cat Dog, thank you so much. And thank you for sending me on a tangent about childhood TV shows. And if you don't know Rocket Power, what the F? That's what I'll say. Texas T, my girl Texas T. I'm wearing SpongeBob socks right now. I love it. There you go. I love it. All right, here we go. New winner. C. Mel was not in the building. Devin Parker, is that an upgrade? Devin Parker upgrades the JAKIB family. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. Thank you, man. Actually, Devin, do you mind if I show the photo you sent me? Or you might. It's up to you. I know some people don't like that. That's fine if you don't want me to. Some people like to remain anonymous. It doesn't bother me. If you're good with it, though, I will show the picture that you sent me. Devin sent me a dope picture. He's rocking his new jersey, and he even went and bought a JAKIB beanie. I think you're giving me the thumbs up, meaning I can show it, so I'll show that off. I like showing the people of JAKIB Nation, the people of JAKIB Nation. I certainly love getting the emails. By the way, there's one guy I got to give a shout out to today too. All right. And he won last week. It's Primo on the chat. All right. Primo's a badass motherfucker. All right. Primo won our JAKIB merch last week. And he sent me a picture on Twitter. He's got this big husky Harley, and he's like, I retired to Florida. I was on you remember when he said he had to pull over because you got to be present to win? So he was on a Harley ride with his boys, and he had to pull over and put in the chat, I'm here. So he pulled over the Harley during the giveaway to say that. And then he sent me a photo of his Harley. It's sick. I might have to show that picture off too. Look at Devin Parker. This is a sick picture. Devin, this is a fly picture, bro. Devin Parker, he looks fly as hell in the jersey. And two, he's rocking the JAKIB merch. He's rocking the JAKIB hat. Yeah, Primo's badass. I'll show you guys the picture of Primo too. Who was that on the Harley? It was Primo. His name's Primo in the chat. Check out Devin Parker rocking his new Quinyon Mitchell black and Kelly green. And look, if you zoom in, you can see the JAKIB hat. Check that out. The JAKIB beanie. Did I bring my beanie down? Damn, I meant to bring my JAKIB beanie down. I wear that too. Yeah, I always tell people, in another life, I would have been, I would have rocked I would have been a leather jacket wearing, motorcycle riding, savage ass dude. That ultimately wasn't how my life panned out, but I respect the guys who do it. That's for sure. Devin Parker, thank you, bro. Appreciate the picture you sent. Pretty fresh. Jersey looks great on you, man. Jersey looks great. All right, here we go. Let's pull this back up. We got distracted, as we usually do, for the people who know how Zander time goes. Wait, I got to add somebody. Oh, no. Here we go. That cat dog. 93. Cat dog, thanks for becoming a member. I appreciate that very much. I appreciate that very much. It's only 11. It's only 11. You guys know how this gets. Here we go. Sue says, I love four-wheeling. Yeah, I almost bought last year I wanted to buy a Can-Am. A Can-Am four-wheeler. I was going to take it. One of my cousins on my dad's side lives out in like central Pennsylvania, and they have like a whole four-wheeling park around them. So, but yeah, you're out west, so that's sick out there. Brian Fleming, I'm avoiding your comments. 1 shuffle, 2 shuffles, 3 shuffles. Wait, who just won? Did we get a winner? No, we didn't, right? Who just won? Did we just get a winner or no? Why am I tripping? We had C. Mel. Who won after C. Mel? You guys got me talking about so much crap. I can't remember who won. Did anybody win? All right, no, we didn't. All right, that's what I thought. All right, here we go. No one won yet. Dunner. Good stuff, Dunner. 4, 3, 2, 1. Tony Z. Come on, Tony. Is Tony Z here? Flex, I know you know Tony Z. James M says, I can't wait to laugh my ass off when the Lakers still lose. $5 super chat. Thank you, brother. Dang, Tony Z is a later guy. Yeah, he's normally on Cilio. Damn. Tony Z is dope. He's a good supporter of ours. Myles Garrett requested a trade. I just got that breaking news. His desire to win and compete on the biggest stages. Go get him, Howie. Go get him. Tony Z is not in the building. You hate to see it. Time to switch to the green. I got the green here. The green is ready to go. Yep, dirty air. I'm saying the same thing right now. Howie. Come on, Howie. All right, let me go red to green. Tony Z is not in here. Dang, I like the red better. Not going to lie to you guys. Lucius, I got you. You're a legend member. I got you. I got you, Lucius. Start. Here we go. 3 shuffles. 1 shuffle. 2 shuffles. This is the best comment. Dirty Air says, Huff would make a great Brown. Yes, he would. Yes, he would. Send Huff over there and let's get Myles Garrett in here. Here we go. 1 more shuffle. Start. 4, 3, 2, 1. Anthony Rossi. Anthony Rossi. I do not believe in Anthony Rossi has won yet. Anthony Rossi, I actually think Anthony did win something, didn't he? I thought Anthony won. Anthony, are you in the chat? Well, let's see if he's in the chat. I thought he won something. Let me check my list. I didn't write them all down. I didn't start writing them down until later. Yeah, we've got a lot of winners. We've gotten so many winners. See, you know, sometimes I think you guys are I get it. I like shit talking. It's all good. But I'm like, bro, we got a lot of winners. We got enough winners, so we got enough winners that there's a 25% chance I draw another winner. That's how many winners we've had. We have 420 members, and I got probably 70 winners by now. Going back to before Christmas, probably easily 70 winners. Oh, we got a new member and an upgrade, Tyler Elliott. Tyler Elliott, thank you, brother. You know what that reminds me? New sub. Look at that. Let's go. I don't know how to say your name. Dark Zero, I guess. Dark Zero. I like that. Thank you for being a new sub and a new member. That's very cool of you. All right. Get to work, Howie, on MG. Yeah, we need it, man. Dude, if we get Myles Garrett, oh, stop. I'll be calling for a repeat Super Bowl win. All right, Anthony Rossi's going to be out, unfortunately. He did win, by the way. He won a Salute to Service XL sweatshirt. All right, so Anthony Rossi did win. I have that written in my notes. All right, here we go. I got to add a new member in. And Anthony, who upgraded? Tyler Elliott. Tyler Elliott's interesting. Tyler, if you're in here and you're listening, I appreciate you. You know, I had a guy in college. His name was Tyler Elliott. That was his name. And I don't think you're going to be this, but that guy was a jerk off. Not that type of a jerk off. A different type of a jerk off. I hope you're not him. Maybe it's him. Maybe Tyler Elliott. Were you friends with me in college? You're not friends, but in the same circle in college? Probably not. There he is. You're not the Tyler Elliott I went to college with, are you? You didn't go to University of Alabama, did you? No, that's not you, Tyler. I won't use him to slander you. I'm sure you're a great guy. All right, here we go. Start. Confirm. One shuffle. Dark Zero, thanks for becoming a member. Tyler Elliott, thanks for upgrading your membership. 3 shuffles. Let's go. We got to have a winner. Oh, wait. Is that a new member? I will stop this right now. Oh, that's an upgrade. So Mike's already on the list. 1. Prince. Yes. Yes. Woo! Prince with a W. My guy's getting blessed. Where are you, Prince? I know Prince is here. I know the legendary Prince is in the building. Come on. Yeah, there he is. Prince. Prince. I knew it. Prince with a W. Where is he? The comments are coming in. There he is. Prince Swayze with a W. I need some water. I haven't drinking enough water today. I'm getting nauseous up here. I'm about to faint on you guys. Prince with a massive win. Prince is a legend. Everybody's saying rigged. Nah, if I wanted to rig it for Prince, I would have done that a week ago when he got out of the can. Where is Prince? Prince got me. He knows my info. He'll get me. Prince, you want to DM me on Twitter or whatever you want to do. Also, you want to pick your jersey? I could go back and get you one, Prince. I'm not sure what size jersey you want, but Big Z's flexing with why does everybody always think I'm flexing with my water? I just drink water. I try not to drink plastic, yo. You know, plastic's a testosterone killer, okay? So I keep the plastic out of my water. Italian mineral water. Is this a flex? I don't think it's a flex. I don't know, Crowley. I'm with you. I don't know what that means. Brian. All right, Brian. There he goes again. Yo, Prince, DM me. What jersey you want, big dog? Michael Mulvey says it's prop tap water in a glass bottle. No, it's not. What's up, Yepa? Good to see you, bro. Brett checks in from down under. Yo, Brett, did you see we're coming over to you, my man? We are coming over to Australia to play a game. I might try and go to that game. Now, listen, something you will learn about me. I like traveling inside the United States of America. There's a lot of places here I like going. I love out west. I like Florida a lot. I've been to the Carolinas. I've been everywhere in the country. I've been to Georgia. I've been to Tennessee. I've been to Mississippi. I've been to Louisiana. I've been to Utah, Nevada, California. I've been to Montana. I've been to Wyoming. I love traveling inside the U.S. I do not care to leave the country that much. Like some people love the travel bug. I don't have it at all. But I might go to all right, DM me, Prince. DM me, Prince. I'll get it worked out with you because I don't have Carter in a size for you, bro. Unless you're a medium, Prince. But I could probably get more. He just won't be this week, Prince, if you're good to wait. It won't be this week. But all right, DM me, Prince. Congrats to Prince. I'm thinking we do one more winner today. Brian says, you should, Z. I've been drunk in 56 countries, and every time it's wild. That's hilarious. That's a good comment. I knew a lot of people would give me a good reason why I should travel, but Ireland's a great place to go. I don't have any Irish in me, Chuck, but it still would be cool to go there. Wait, why do you say this, Brett? Brett says, if people thought going to Brazil was bad, the trip down under will be worse. Why? Yeah, because you guys are incompetent government? Probably. Alicia, did I pronounce that right? Thank you so much for becoming a member. Welcome to JAKIB Fan. I appreciate it. All right, if we get 3 more fresh members, I'm going to do another giveaway. It's further. Yeah, it's definitely further. That's all right, though. Australia's expensive as shit, Z. There's Joe Whip. Joe, 17-hour plane ride, Zander. Maybe I'll go, Joe. I'm thinking of going. 26. I think I'll go. I'd like to go. That'd be pretty cool. That would be pretty cool. Maybe I'll meet up with our optimistic Aussie Anton and Brett. I keep seeing a lot of Eagles fans on my feed. I don't know. Is this just a me thing? A lot of Eagles fans. Look at this guy. He just got a new Eagles merch. It's really sick. Super Bowl quarter zip. I do not buy anything with that Super Bowl patch until after. Okay. Dude, it's not crazy. What everybody wants to know the name of my water. No, I normally drink Mountain Valley. Mountain Valley's the GOAT one. This is just Whole Foods Italian mineral water, dude. There's nothing special about this. It's a Whole Foods brand. It just comes in glass. So I try and avoid the plastics. There you go, Kirsten, right there. Yeah, I'm giving Joe. I should be getting money for this. I should be calling Whole Foods. Yo, I need that. Where's my check? Where's my check? Dark Zero checks in. Need that Borjomi water. I never heard of that. I do like the Mountain Valley is my shit. I like the Mountain Valley stuff. I got the big jugs of that. Yeah, I drink a lot of water too. Italians don't fuck around. No, my mom is 100% Italian. So Krause is my name, but I really don't think I have any German descent, even though that's a Krause name. Or Krause is a German name, obviously. My dad's father was adopted, so I'm not sure. I don't know where that. I don't know. I'd have to do like one of those things, but I don't like doing them. I'm not about to send in all my information. Pellegrino's great, Joe Whip. That's one of my favorites. What is James Jones saying to me right now? Yeah, all the athletes. You see AJ rolled up with Mountain Valley the other day. And all the Phillies were drinking it. Abe says, I like my Aquafino. F y'all. Abe, I literally cannot drink Aqua. Maybe this will make me sound pretentious. I'm not sure. I do not like Aquafina. Nah, that tastes like yuck to me. I'm not an Aquafina guy. All right, I'm pumped for Prince. Should we do one more winner? David says, isn't water just water? The only difference really, I think, would be purified water versus spring water. There is a difference between those two. There is a difference between spring and purified. Yep, Twiz is real spring water on my property. That's all you need, brother. Smart water gets you smart. Yep. Aquafina and Dasani, or however you pronounce it, are brutal. Brutal waters. I think we earned it. Brandon, shut up. Shut up, Brandon. Yeah, Slager, you're right. It's reverse osmosis is really the GOAT. See, it's not me flexing with the glass bottle. What's really flexing is the people who have the reverse osmosis tap installed in their house. All right, I'm doing a legend giveaway. How's that? I agree, Nugget. I'm doing a legend giveaway. I'm doing a legend giveaway. Who's a legend? Legends, reveal yourself. Reveal yourself. Reveal yourself, legends. Izzy's a legend. Crawley's a legend. Jason's a legend. Jay Patterns is a legend. Howard Nalty's a legend. Brian Fleming's a legend. Jay Ronamu's a legend. Mike Berghorst upgraded to legend. Mike, thank you, sir. Mad Dio's a legend. Dirty Air's a legend. CT Philly fans a legend. Let's go. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you guys. Now, if Devin Parker says he did the wrong upgrade. Now, if you've already won a jersey from me, okay, and many people have won a jersey from me. If you've already won a jersey from me, all right, I want this to be a new winner. I've said it before on the show. I understand your legends, and I do not like to limit your wins, okay? But for the sake of the Super Bowl, I want a new winner today for a jersey. So if you've won a jersey from me, okay, I'm going to give this giveaway to a new winner. Let me get the damn. Here we go. I got 60 legends. My stomach is rumbling. I need food. I normally don't eat this early. I'm not an early eater. Are you guys big breakfast eaters? Not me. I don't eat shit before noon normally. Saquon once said, let them eat. As Chip says, I can't win if you don't choose me. Jason A-Team's pissed. He's like, that's lame. Come on, Jason. Although Jason Jason has a point. Jason has one, though. Jason has one. He's not happy with it right now. Zach Lambert, you're on that OMAD diet, that one meal a day. I can't do that. I can't do that. M-Rays, come on, man. No, the Eagles' white hat went away a long time ago, Philly Don. I gave that to Flexen and Steppen. Flexen and Steppen won the white hat. Okay. All right, 60 legends, and we added one, right? We added one. Is that it? Who did we add to the legend? It's not showing up anymore. Who did we add? Mike Berghorst, right? Did Alicia? No, she wouldn't become a legend. Did Tyler Elliott become a legend? Don't let me forget anybody. Who do we add? Scrapple's my favorite in the world, Philly Don. I've been eating Scrapple on Sundays since I remember life. So I grew up right next to Glenside. I went to grade school in Glenside. All right, we would go to church every Sunday. My Nana lived on Easton Road. We would go from church to Easton Road to her house, walk right up the street to her, and have Scrapple breakfast there. Nobody made eggs like my Nana. Oh, I miss my Nana, man. My Nana was the greatest in the world. Greatest in the world. Philosopher. Welcome to JAKIB Fan. Thanks for becoming a legend or a member, brother. I appreciate you. I appreciate it. Scrapple is not ass. Stop. A very special episode of Zander Time. Zeal, I'm not sure why you say that. I'm just rambling on about nothing at this point. Trying to get some winners. Scrapple is dog food. That's the most Texas comment I've ever heard. You can tell M. Reyes was born in Texas and has never been in. M. Reyes, have you ever even been to Philly? M. Reyes, have you ever graced the city of brotherly love in your life? Scrapple's the Macalea. You and me are on the same page. Best breakfast meat, hands down. You know what else I like? You guys know what Chev's is? I want to give a shout out to him. I hope he's listening. Not everyone has adult taste buds. Boy, if that ain't the truth. Boy, if that ain't the truth. I eat everything. There's nothing I won't eat. The only thing I do not like is spinach and kale. Take them and get them out of here. Spinach and kale, I'm out. Ugh. I don't even want to think about it. Ugh. Nasty. That is nasty. That is nasty stuff. Philly Oscar, glad to join. I love your style. Go easy. That's cool. That's cool. Thank you so much, Philly Oscar. Do you send a DM or something if a member wins and they miss the spin? So, Dark Zero, here's the thing. You got to be present for regular giveaways. And if you're a legend member, you don't have to be present. So most of my legend members, Dark Zero, I'm connected with, like on Twitter or Instagram, or I give them my email if they're here. I always give out my email publicly. So if you ever want to reach out to me, you can. Okay. Zander wait, are there people in the case right now making the case that spinach is good? That's insane. Yuck. Ew, I'm thinking about spinach now. It's grossing me out. You guys just learned what my kryptonite is. It's spinach. Nasty ass, gross spinach, man. Yuck. Yuck, yuck, yuck. That's fake news. A-Team says it's one of the best foods for you. Spinach is a superfood. No, it's not. Spinach is not a superfood. It's not even good for you. It's a leafy green. It's a leafy green. It might be good for the deer out back. Good for you. Come on, man. Spinach being good for you. I'm not buying that story for a second. I'm not buying that story for a second. Jason, come on, man. Spinach artichoke dip is better. All right, that's livable. I can eat that. Yeah, give me Dark Zero. Me and you're on the same page, brother. Give me some protein. Look at Jason A-Team tell me to do my research. Believe me, my whole family is like, they're all into the health stuff. Yeah, Kirsten, that would be way worse for me. Crow, I'm fine with. Spinach, no. All right, we got 61 legends. Let me just double check to make sure nobody else became a legend because you guys aren't helping me out. I do. We have deer. You know, we had right out back. There's a railroad like a little bit back, and they lived back there. We had a family. There was a family of them that lived back there for a while. All right, let me double check on our legend members. Let me double check on my legend members. Boy, we got some interesting taste buds in this chat. I see. I just see Jason, I don't do that. If I don't like, I'm not forcing them. I don't care who said, I don't care if you say it could cure cancer. If I don't want spinach and kale, bro, I'm out. I'm out. I'm out on it. All right. I got all my legends. Thank you to everybody, by the way, that is a legend member. It means a lot to me. Now, because Jason A-Team was crying about the legend stuff, I understand. Okay. I understand. So what I will do is, if you won, okay, and you've already won something, it depends who you are. Like, if you won a jersey and you're a legend member, okay, maybe I'll get you like a piece of JAKIB merch. But like Philly Don, not to single you out, but Philly Don won 2 legend giveaways. He won a jersey and he won JAKIB merch. Like, I'm going to pick a new winner there. I want as many people to eat as possible. That's the whole point, okay? The whole point. Here we go. Mike Berghorst, thank you for upgrading, my man. Now we're talking about food. I'm getting hungry. Although, just tell me it's spinach and I'll get grossed out. 1 shuffle. You do not have to be present to win for the legend giveaway. Do not have to be present to win for the legend giveaway. Okay? 2 shuffles. 3 shuffles. 62 of you guys. Start. Here we go. Each giveaway is subjective. I will make a decision based on the winner. 3, 2, 1. Brian Fleming. Great winner. Yeah, baby. Yeah, Fleming. Let's go, Brian. I think Brian told me he's going to be at the Super Bowl. I might have to expedite ship this to him. Brian Fleming, my guy. Brian Fleming. He's in here. He is in here. Ooh, shit, he says. No, Don, I'm not taking you off the list because if you won something, you know I'll do something for you. It just won't be big. Like if I pulled your name again, I'd order you something. I would do something for you. A JAKIB mug. Remember, was it you, Philly Don, that asked me for like a tumbler or something? You got to remind me what that was. I was looking for it. Because I did get myself a JAKIB mug. I'm advertising Dunkin' too much. I get the XXL coffee. I get a couple a day too. Big coffee drinker. Where's my guy, Brian Fleming? Brian, what do you want, bro? Run it back, he says. No, you're the winner. You are going to the bowl. Look at that. Big money, Brian. Big money, Brian. The man, the myth, the legend. Run it back. Why are you saying run it back? I'm giving you a jersey, dummy. Brian, I love you, but you're not getting out of this unless you want to gift it to somebody. Carl says, how do you become a legend? Carl, there should be a link in the chat. Crowley, do you still have that link, by the way, bro? I'll get it. I'll get it because Crowley's my man. He's always keeping up on that shit for me. Yeah, Brian deserves it. Brian, you guys don't understand. Brian is a real one. All right. Let me explain something to you. And Deontay, I'll get to your super chat in a second. So Brian is privy to the ways of the internet. Okay. And he messaged me, or he sent me one time when I was doing the all the super chats were for the giveaways. Brian Venmo'd me money, cash money, to my Venmo and said for the giveaways because he knew that YouTube takes a cut of the super chats. All right. Who was it? M. Reyes just says Duncan stinks. M. Reyes, have you ever seen the video of what's that guy's name? Joey Diaz talking about Dunkin' Donuts? Have you ever seen that? As Brian doesn't want it, where is he? I don't even see him in the chat. There's too many coming in. Wooder. Did I say Wooder? I don't think I did. Did I? Am I water? Do I say water or Wooder? I don't know what I say. Mountain Valley water. I think I say water. Brian wants to do it for the people. Brian is a man of the people. I like Brian Fleming. He's a funny ass dude too. You know, you guys remember Brian Fleming had some off the chain super chats to us in the offseason. He says, run it back. Let me get the Deontay super chat while I make Brian wait. Deontay in space and time. Look at this. This is your way around. So he's not a member, but he got a super chat in so we could chat. That's pretty good stuff. Can you recall a time the Chiefs lost by double digits? Aside from that Super Bowl loss, seems like all their games are always close. Go Birds. Deontay, you're right, man. I think their only loss this year outside of the Week 18 game, which was, come on. I mean, they had Carson Wentz playing. They weren't doing anything in that game. I think they lost by 9 to the Bills this year. So I want to say that maybe. But by the way, let me write down my winners today. Who won today? I'm blanking on who won today. Prince won. He wants a new. Yeah, I don't think. Prince, the only jersey I have that you might like, if you don't want to wait, would be I have a Saquon in XL. I have a Jalen Hurts in XL. All right. That's it. I know you want Carter. Carter's tough to come by. Oh, and Vulnerable Vitality. That's right. And then Brian Fleming. Vulnerable. Now, I'm going to give Vulnerable this week. So if he doesn't claim it, though, I'll give it away to someone else. Dark Zero says, I won with a subscription. Thank you for becoming a member. That is dope. M-Race, did you answer my question? Did you answer my question about whether you've ever been to Philly or not? Or are you just a transplant who lives in a... Yeah, that Brazilian bowl, baby. Yeah, look at Devin. You're right, man. Brian Fleming sends me money for jerseys on Venmo, cash money, and then he wins and he wants us to run it back and he sends another $10. Brian Fleming's a good dude. He's a good dude. I mean, that's what he is. He's a good dude. Based on what I know about Brian Fleming, he is a good dude. Now, I want Brian Fleming to take a jersey, though. I want to give the Hurts to Pumper. I already sent Pumper a Saquon. Actually, is Pumper in here? Pumper, did you get your jersey? You should have got your jersey. I never heard from him, though. I never heard from Pumper about his jersey, but I did send him a Saquon XL with a Zander note. And I wrote him a good Zander note. Ooh. Who's one of the which one of our great viewers just emailed me a photo of a Randall Cunningham jersey? Who just emailed me that? Somebody just emailed me a sick yeah, that's a good idea. Well, the JAKIB merch probably won't come that quick. The thing about the JAKIB merch is it's made to order. Ryan, that wasn't you. No, I think I gave him it, honestly. Yeah, it's not. It's just my name. It's not a hard Venmo to find, and the picture's me. So I don't think Brian had to jump through too many hoops. Curtis, I got to look at it. I'm going to look at it today, dude. Thank you. Yes, it was. Was it you, Ryan? I don't believe you. If this is your jersey, this shit is sick. Bro, this Cunningham jersey is just crazy, bro. Look at this, John. Oh, my God. I want one of them. Ryan didn't email me this. Ryan's a fake news guy. All right. Great show. Any other comments on the game? I'm going to take a couple comments. I'll kick it around with you guys for a couple more minutes and we'll get out of here. I want Brian Fleming to take the damn jersey, though. He doesn't want it. He's insisting. He's like, I'm good. I don't want it. Run it back. Do you want me to run another giveaway back? What happened to my camera? Oh, I messed up my camera? Oh, there we go. Reggie White is legendary. Beautiful jersey, right, Philosopher? I think it's sick, dude. Yeah, Curtis, I am a little bit. I'm a little bit like a chicken with my head cut off right now, Curtis. Just going crazy. Yo, Big Trag, I think your jersey's delivering today, bro. Your all right, Fleming, you want another legend giveaway or should I do a regular giveaway for the members? Brian, it's up to you. You're the one who won the jersey. And by the way, I still want to send you a jersey. So I'm gonna reach out to you. How do I connect with you, Brian? At least let me connect with you. At least let me connect with you. At least let me connect with you, Brian, so I can do something for you. If I can do, I'll send you some JAKIB merch or something, bro. Bird Gang Girl says, I'm going to send a pic after work wearing the jersey. Heck yeah. I'm looking forward to you getting that jersey. David LaPrade, see you, bro. No, I don't. They don't send. Oh, wait. I do. I do have your email. I do have your email. Okay, I'm good. I do have your email. You emailed me. That's right. I was going to say, just because you sent a super chat, YouTube doesn't tell me your email. YouTube actually protects the information pretty well. Carl, did you figure out how to become a legend? I'm about to do another legend giveaway, so. See that? You punch the mic. Punch the mic and it unconnects. There we go. Should be back now. Should be back now. Yeah, I got him, Brian. All right, here we go. Are we doing another giveaway? Big track. That's foul. All right, here we go. 60. Who's trying to upgrade? Somebody was trying to upgrade. Did anybody else upgrade? I don't want to miss anybody. Philly Ossifer became a member. Thank you, Philly Ossifer. Thank you, brother. Alicia Kaufman. Thank you, Alicia. I think I'm pronouncing your name right. Mike upgraded to legend. Mike, thank you, sir. Tyler Elliott and Dark Zero. And Devin Parker upgraded. And Cat Dog became a member. And Frank from Philly became a member. All right, we got pretty good love in here today. Pretty good love in here today. All right, and we did decent on supers. Not great, but decent. What McMullen says on what? On MG. What's MG? Yeah, they were. The legend upgrades were wild. The legend upgrades were crazy. Crazy good, man. We wanted to get to 59 for Super Bowl. Is Carl still trying to upgrade? Yeah, I'll wait for you, Carl. Don't worry, bro. I see Carl trying to upgrade. Jesse G says, anyone trying to upgrade, if you're on iPhone, you have to open YouTube in a web browser and swap the desktop mode. Oh, yeah. McMullen's going to poo-poo it, Dark Zero. He'll poo-poo it. He'll say, just because someone's available doesn't mean the Eagles are going to get him. But Howie will be calling. Howie will call. I'm doing another winner. We got another winner. There we go. Carl did he upgrade? Yes, sir. Thank you, Carl. 62nd legend member. That's pretty damn good, man. That's pretty impressive. So thank you all for the support of the channel. Thank you for our new members today, our 5 new members, our several others that upgraded. Chuck Hutton says his Saquon jersey is fire. You got it, Chuck. Good to know. I didn't hear from you. So, guys, if you win a jersey, I do ask that you just reach out because I want to, I want to make sure you get it. Like I get not nervous, but you want to make sure everybody gets their stuff. You want to make sure everybody gets their stuff. Brian Fleming, I'm doing something for you. Even if I have to hack you to get your address so I can send you some JAKIB merch. Mad Dio checks in. On location as Super Bowl. Ticket, hotel room, fan experience for under for $6K. B. Dawkins tweeted it out. Not bad. Not bad. I'm going to have to hack your ass, Brian. I'm going to have to hack your ass. Thanks, everybody, for the support. Let's do another legend giveaway here. Carl, thank you, sir. Here we go. I'm locked down, bro. VPNs for days. Brian, you're not locked down. You don't know what I can do. I'm just kidding. I'm not good at that shit. All right, here we go. Start. Here we go. Legend winner, and this is courtesy of Brian Fleming. So thank Brian Fleming in the chat, okay? Thank Brian Fleming in the chat. 1 shuffle, 2 shuffles, 3 shuffles. Got to be a new member to win. Here we go. Or a new winner to win. I like Crosby, Mac, in that truck. 3, 2, 1. CZ. Is CZ in here? He was here at the start of the show. I doubt he's still here. Brian says, don't thank me. Let's just win this effing bowl. I'm with you, brother. If we win this bowl, I'm gonna give away so much shit. Hopefully we'll have a great crowd all through the offseason, but as long as everybody's still here, I'll be doing a lot of giveaways. If we win the Super Bowl, we gotta rally the troops to have an epic offseason. We'll prepare for the NFL draft. Is CZ in here? CZ is going to be the winner today. I'm not sure if he's in here though, but he's a great supporter of ours. If you ever watch Cilio, you know CZ. He's in there chatting all the time. CZ is one of our great members. He's been around for a long time. I don't think he's here. Master Chief, your name is on it. I'll check for you. That's a wild comment. Michael Mulvey, we're going to be the first three-peat. Listen, we're built like we could be. I want to go grab another running back in the offseason, Mulvey. I want to get another running back to pair with Saquon because I don't know if Saquon's going to be able to do this every year, just with all these carries and stuff. Body will break down. All right, congrats to CZ. Let me just go in here. I want to search real quick for who was it? What's our Halo guy's name? Why can't find his comment now? Excuse me. Master Chief, you're right there. Come on, Master Chief. No, I don't want a Jeremiah Love. No. We don't want Jeremiah Love. I don't know. Maybe they would go that route. Maybe. Shipley will be the backup. Carl, I want a heavy hitter, man. I want a guy that can take the load off Saquon and can be effective. Not just a guy that, think like the Lions. They have those 2 running backs there. That's going to extend their careers. Their careers. For real, says Big Z, what's your take on the Crosby tweet? He uses the eagle every time on all his tweets, so I wouldn't put too much stock in it, but I do think he'd like playing for the Birds. I think he kind of does it both ways. Like he always uses the eagle, but he likes the fact that people react to it. Yeah, power back would be cool. Definitely not going to get the OSU back. Yeah, Tyler. Dirty Air says Tyler Warren. I do like Tyler Warren, the Penn State kid. I don't know. We'll talk about the draft when we get closer there. My lot of run packages, man, that would be crazy. Dirty Air, if you look at the footage of him playing rugby, man, you would think that dude could run like crazy. All right, everybody. Very fun show today. Still 400 watching on YouTube, which is pretty wild. And a lot on Twitter still. So big thanks to everybody who checks in. SB Ricky, I'll be maternity leave for Super Bowl week. LFG, not building BMWs for 3 weeks. That's sick what you do, man. I like BMWs too, by the way. SB Ricky, what can you tell me from behind the scenes about building BMWs? What should I know? Because I love the M's, all the M's. I mean, M's to me are top of the line cars. My brother had an M3. Oh, God. Good night. Car is insane, man. They're expensive, Cody K. They are. Out of my price range, but I love them. I do love them. That's for sure. Brother had an M6. Hey, they discontinued the M6, but that thing is sick. Prince says, get rid of them in the warranty. Yeah, no, you're right. SB Ricky says, oof, if it's not an M, that's all I'm saying. That's true. Yeah, I'd go M. You know, SB Ricky, I used to want a I used to want the M8 so bad, man. When they discontinued the 6, which is what Abe's talking about, I wanted an 8. You see Jalen Hurts? Have you guys seen Jalen Hurts' M8? Jalen Hurts, me and Jalen got some stuff in common. I'll say that. All right. We spec the exact same. We spec the exact same BMW. Now, admittedly, I did it because of the green. But bro, are you kidding me? No. Bro, that is one of the cleanest M's you'll ever see right there. Holy shit. That M8 is fucking sick, man. Pumper, you don't have to be a Jalenite to recognize that that is a good-looking vehicle. That is a good-looking vehicle. I mean, come on, bro. That's a good-looking ride right there. Yeah, that car is clean as a whistle, man. Wait, what are we, 9 likes away from 300? Mid, like, and mid. Brian, I know you're not calling me mid. I like AJ's Honda. Yeah, but that AJ, that's a show, too. AJ's got all sorts of nice cars. He shows up in the rolls, too. Everybody's got nice cars. If you got money, you buy a nice car. I mean, I get it. I would, too. I love cars. I'd buy the Mustang GTD. Not many people will know what that is. The new Mustang GTD, which just set the American car Nürburgring. Fastest production car, American production car around the Nürburgring. 5 away, 5 likes away. Can we get there? Nah. Well, I am a Ford guy. I like Mustangs, so I like Ford. I don't drive a Ford truck. I have a truck now. I don't drive a Ford. I actually have a Ram truck, and I must say I really like my Ram. my Ram truck is really good, really quality. Really good truck. At least it's been so far for 60,000 miles. 62,000 on that sucker. GMC, I don't like, James. I had a GMC. I don't like GMC, bro. Yeah, you mean a Fiat. I know. I get it. I get it. Pumper says Mustang, definitely a Jalenite. I'm not a Jalenite. Can't dodge it, ram it. There you go. That GTD is crazy. I'm a Mustang guy, but working for BMW, I'm loving my M340. Yeah, they're nice. Mustang Boss 69. Damn, you're going back. That's a nice one, man. Those are iconic, those old ones. I love them. Pumper. What do you like, Pumper? Let me guess. A Toyota Supra? Supras or whatever the hell they're called? Huh, Pumper? There you go, an Acadia. Now, I was more talking about their trucks, Howard. I'm not a fan of the interior of the trucks. They just feel chintzy as hell to me. That's what I like about my Ram. It doesn't feel chintzy at all. The interior is such good quality. Porsches are sick. I mean, yeah, well, I mean, that's not the same comp, though. I mean, if you're talking to me about, do I like a Mustang? Yeah, I like a Mustang compared to other cars that are 50 to 60 grand. Talking about a $250,000 Porsche. Yeah, I would take the Porsche. I mean, come on. Porsches are really nice. X6, that's a good one. Brand new. I mean, there's a lot of stuff around it, Curtis. They've been working on it for a while, but it's pretty sick. You should watch the video they put out about it. All right, I got to run, everybody. It's almost noon. I appreciate you all for being here. Thank you so much for the great support. 6 days away from the Super Bowl. 6 days away, okay? And congrats to our winner. Who was our last winner? I'm already blank. Oh, CZ. All right. Okay, thank you all so much. Appreciate it. Appreciate the support. See you next time, everybody.
You've been listening to Birds 365. the destination for the passionate Eagles football fan who bleeds green. If it's Eagles football, we're talking about it. Debate inside the locker room and guests that are some of the greatest football minds from around the region. We hope you enjoyed the show. We know we had a blast. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll be back soon. But in the meantime, hook up with us on social media at JAKIB Sports. See you next time on Birds 365.